Yo, what is good, everybody? How y'all are doing, or how are you doing? We'll find out as soon as we get back. Me and Monduke's gonna roll it on in.
Here to bring you the facts, data, and statistics up close and personal. Letting you decide if it truly is hate or debate.
Pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Wins the game at the buzzer! Oh my God! Make no way! Are you kidding me?
What's good, everybody? How y'all doing? It's the 1 year anniversary. Let's go ahead and ring that thing on there for everybody that's going on. Yo, welcome to the 1 year anniversary of Hate or Debate. This is how we're doing it. This is how we're bringing it. We live. I'm having the most fun of my life right now, man. Welcome to the spot over here. Huda, Mom Dukes is in the building. We're in here live. The 1 year anniversary, man. I feel so good about this right here, man. I'm so happy to have y'all in the building. Mom Dukes, how you feeling?
Doing okay. Doing okay.
Good to know that. Huda, how you feeling, man?
Mic check. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, man. You sound real melodious and beautiful over there.
Hey, sorry, sir. Happy Father's Day to everybody.
Definitely. Happy Father's Day to you too as well, bro.
You already know. And to the mothers, that's fathers, salute to y'all as well. Happy Father's Day. I'm feeling great, man. Today was a great Father's Day. And hey, man, it is Hate or Debate anniversary. Let's get this thing shaking.
Yes, it is, man. I'm real excited about it, man. The other hosts, I guess they're on the way. I don't care if they're not on the way, but man, this is an episode. I got my points and everything right now. And first off, before we get into this show really well and get started, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to all of the sponsors. Shout out to Planet Vapor, 12 different locations for all your vaping needs. Hit them up, and you can also not just hit them up for vaping needs. You can hit their sister company up for all your t-shirt, print, and vinyl designs. If you need it on your car, if you need it on your wall, if you need it on your shirt, on your pants, they got you covered. And I promise you, it's exclusive prices. You go ahead and hit them up and tell them that PD sent you. Tell them Huda sent you. Tell them Mon Duke sent you. You get that extra 10% off. Shout out to them once again at Planet Vapor at www.planet.vapor.com. Or you can hit their sister company up through them or at Twin Sister Prince. Go ahead and holler at them. I promise you they got the best things for you that you're ever going to need when it comes down to this. Also, shout out to Blonde Fury for all your recording needs. We just came back from L.A. Man, it was so much love out there, man. I had a great time with this guy right here, man. I promise you I had a great time. Man, the hotel room that we were in was like $1,500 a night. We were right across from the crypto.com arena, so you know I got my Kobe statue pictures, my Kareem statue pictures, my Wayne Gretzky, my Oscar De La Hoya, my Kobe and Gigi. I got everybody that was out there.
Legendary.
Elgin Baylor. I mean, come on, man. The logo, and if you look at the angle that I got the picture on, it was just like almost the picture how it was drawn up for the NBA logo. Man, I had a great time out there. It was great love from all of the celebrities. Nobody act too sedity or too good out there, man. Shout out to them. And last but not least, shout out to Corey Rock Bottom Studios. Happy Father's Day to you and everything that you got on that grill that I saw that you had out there. I couldn't make it because I had to get ready for the 1 year anniversary tonight. But now that we got all of that out of the way, how you feeling, brother?
Caught me in the middle of a drink. You know what? I owe you 2 chugs because I don't have liquor. I owe 4 shots.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and knock this one down and clear half of the debt. And then I got another one right here to chug down also. So,
we're in here. So we're in the building right now.
Yes, sir.
We're in the building. All right,
Yes,
so
sir.
well, let's go ahead and start this thing off on the NBA tip. You know, since that's what's really popping right now. That's what's going on. We got Indy with a commanding 2-1 deficit. And the way that I say commanding, because they stole one of those victories over there in OKC. OKC was the team that everybody had predicted to win this series. But I know one person from 2 series ago that already had his bets set. He had his plans and stuff all the way together. Huda, will you put these guys? And he just did his chugs. And I don't know if y'all paid attention to that. He did his chugs just now. If y'all don't know why he did that, it's not just because he's a raging alcoholic and wanted to have alcohol in the system. It was a bet that we had, and he was just honoring his debts right there. He was just honoring his debts, man.
Thank you.
He got those out of the way, man. He got those out of the way. So right now, with this 2-1 commanding deficit, like I said, they stole one. How do you feel about this situation, this series right now?
I don't care for the OKC. They're not a team when I was a child. So I'm running with the Pacers, and they're doing exactly what it was. Just say, no chokes or nothing, but yeah,
They
I'm
out there.
definitely, that man. Indiana is taking this for sure.
Okay, Ma, how do you
What
feel
the
about
hell?
it?
Nah, let me stop.
Ma, what do you think about it, Ma?
I'm, I'm straight LA. I don't really root for nobody. But
Right.
when I was talking to a friend of mine, we were talking about it, and I said it was going to be Indy.
Mm.
OKC is a young team. They don't have. I mean, they want the championship, but they don't have that hunger that Indiana had from when they got put out last year. So Indiana is more hungrier than OKC.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the way that if you go back to old school basketball and you look at how they announce,
Yep.
how they talk about the team or
Yep.
whatever. I
Yep.
used to make those predictions a long time ago. If I was a gambling person, I would be rich by now.
That's what you
But the
told
team,
me.
the team that they talk about the most, the team that gets the most hype, the
Yep.
most highlights, is the one that they're gonna have as the championship.
And Ma, you said this before the playoffs even started when we were talking about things like this brewing up and me, UT, and I think it was Boogie at that time when we were talking about that right there. That's 100, and you're standing on business right now with that. So let me ask you this about Indy on their side. How much respect would you put on Carlisle's name on that? Because he's a championship winning coach with Dallas, with with Dirk and everything that they did when they beat the Big Four with LeBron, Chris Bosh, D Wade, and the Ray Allen. When they beat and basically embarrassed those guys out there, how much do you think this is on him rather than the team, huh?
I can't elaborate too much on that because, like I said, I don't follow nobody but LA.
Mm-hmm.
And with the team that we got now, I don't follow them too much. As long as we got LeBron on the team, I'm halfway there with my Lakers. But he's about to go to the house like the rest of them.
Hey, man, look at
He just
look at
he
Hulu's
just
face, man. He don't like it. He like to
that's all
take
right.
up
He'll
for
get
LeBron.
he'll get over it just like the rest of them. He'll get
Yes,
over it.
ma'am, I will.
But I mean, he just trying to see when he wants to get this grand finale, how much attention he's gonna get going on out. He
Getting out
can't
of
do it
here, man.
gracefully like Tim Duncan and some of the other greats. Just go ahead out and whatever. He's gonna have to make a big show, you know.
Right. So how about
So
you, Huda? How about you, Huda, on that? What do you think? Carlisle was that he really was the truth in Dallas, and him being there and having Indiana there. And I say, to me personally, I think Indy is the new Utah Jazz that played against the Bulls in the finals.
Mm.
You are a talented team to go. I do not want to see you. I don't care about your games. It doesn't look pleasing to me at all. But how much do you think this is off of their coaching, or what Carlisle, what he's doing? His championship pedigree. He got those guys there. You think it's them, or do you think it's those players? Because I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna go into it no more. I'm gonna just say that. I'm gonna leave it right there on your front step.
One, I just want to say I think it's dope that you and Mom Dukes have Connecticut in common and the Lakers in common.
Man, I wouldn't have it without her. You can't say that. Look, Ma, you
I
see
think
how he's
it's
shortcutting
dope.
you, Ma?
No.
Ma, dude, you better tell him. He wouldn't know none of this if it wasn't for me.
he's good. He's good. I'm gonna let him have his say.
I know
But
it.
I can see he's a dedicated LeBron fan. But like I said, he gonna go down just like the rest of them. A bum. He gonna
Oh.
go
Go
down
ahead,
like the
go
rest
ahead.
of them. He's a
Look,
bum.
you see she
I
was
mean-
already
I mean, look
negating
at-
your little
I mean-
bribe
I
at the
mean- I
beginning.
mean,
She was negating your bribe.
Look at the Lakers and their history or whatever. This man come and tell me he gonna bring them championships with an S. Okay,
Amen.
how
He
many
said
has
that.
he bought?
He said that in
How
Miami
many?
too.
How
He
many?
he
How
been
many
lying
did
for
he
a while.
bring? How many did he bring?
He was lying
And
for
he
a
didn't.
while.
And it wasn't him that did it, but he gonna take the credit because that's who he is. Okay,
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
because if it wasn't for um Green in that last game
Danny
because he
Green.
was too scared. He was too scared to take the shot.
Yep.
Okay,
And he
that
drove
wasn't
3
the
times
game.
and missed
And
layups.
then the other game that got him to that game, who shot the ball from the 3-point and holler Kobe? Okay.
Anthony Davis.
Okay. But what
Anthony
did LeBron
Davis.
do? What did LeBron do? He took the credit.
Yep.
That's what he's good
Sure
for.
did. And look,
LeBron
and,
getting cooked right now.
and
for
Ma,
sure.
the way that you said that, that's all the way true. And,
Yes.
and it's no lie because we saw it. He carried him. He got carried, and they gave him that MVP trophy as if he really fully deserved that and earned it. And like I said, this year I'm not hating on LeBron as much as I could. I'm real light on him. And my whole thing, they have the LeBron and Jordan debate, but LeBron has never, and still to this day, been on Kobe's level. He's done things, and I can't take that away from it. His longevity is unmatched. His points, his assist making and everything, the way he runs real fast and jumps real high, nobody can do that. But when you look at the skill and the effort that was put into the game, I gotta go with the people that's saying that. I mean, the whole show is this is the Kobe LeBron hater debate, 1 year anniversary, but I gotta go with Kobe, not just off of the work ethic, but when it was just on them, as in carrying teams, he ran from the responsibility of holding it down for a team and ran with somebody that can help him win. Where Kobe was like, okay, I don't care what these front offices is going to do, because we were dealing with it was Jenny Buss's brother at the time, and they weren't doing anything right for LA at the time. They were signing Luau Deng to $100 million contracts. Timothy Mozgov, all of these players that really didn't do anything and didn't help extend Kobe's contract or his career at all. But what did he do at the beginning and the end of the day? I'm going to be in the gym.
Can we just say
work,
top
and
three?
I'ma do it.
Top three. Mike, Kobe, LeBron. Can we do that?
I'll do that in that order, too.
Okay, cool. All right.
I'll do that in that order, too, Huda.
All right.
Because like I said, I can't hate on his stats and everything that he did bring to the game.
Okay.
I can't hate on that. I can't. But when people jump over Kobe and put him in that conversation,
I wouldn't
and
do
there's
that.
just like nobody else there but him and Jordan,
Right.
That's not what it is. That's a narrative from these other analysts that have problems with our show. No, we're not running off of this right here, the LeBron narrative. Okay,
Right.
I understand what he did for the game, but do you understand what Kobe did? Remember,
Yep.
if you're just going off of what LeBron did, that means there was no face of the NBA after Jordan left. And who was that face? Who?
Kobe.
You see what I'm talking about?
For
But
sure.
remember what the game is and what we're being told now is who's better, MJ or LeBron?
That's
like
not a
as if
question.
he didn't exist. That's not right. I ain't gonna say that's not fair because that's just crying and being emotional. But that's not right when you do things like that right there.
Facts.
That's like having your favorite producer being snubbed off of a list and he was at the BET Awards in LA and the other producers was in town not doing nothing. Let's go ahead and get this thing going. Let's get this show going.
Led astray, run amok.
You know what I'm talking about?
Deceived.
Not
Okay,
gonna talk
so-
too much.
So on the whole Indiana situation, Carlisle
sir.
and all that good stuff.
Yes, sir.
I'm not gonna lie. After the Knicks got beat, I just left it alone, man. I had Detroit, I had the Knicks. After both of them had to sit down, I had to make a blind choice. And right now, Helen, however you say his name, I don't want to disrespect him.
Halliburton, what the Hallie?
Yeah. What the hell? Yeah.
What the
Yeah. You got to put that on the board.
You know how it goes. You know how it goes, man. We gonna keep it young for the younger guys that's out here watching the show.
So right now, I got to run with the younger guys. Like I said, I don't like OKC. I never have. And
He said this for all of the series.
yeah, I never
Like,
been.
he's just reiterating right now. But
if you wasn't a team, Seattle's Supersonics, I messed with them.
Right.
But if you
Sean
wasn't a
Kemp,
team in my
Detlef Schrempf.
childhood, yeah, all the goods. If you don't, now I really don't want to. I don't care about an OKC, and they've had their runs. So
They have. And they've
I,
been embarrassed every time, even with their. You think about where they came from. They had 3 MVPs on one team, and neither one of those guys got a championship. You had Russ, you had Durant, and you also had Harden.
hey,
None of them did anything on the MVP level when it come to championships.
rumors Detroit might be picking that up. That KD move.
Yeah, I saw that as well too.
It's going to be a problem.
I saw that as well too, man.
It's
I
going to
saw
be
that
a
as well.
problem.
Oh, hold up, let me see.
If it go down, it's going to be a problem. I know that for a fact. You got Cade Cunningham, you got Schroeder out there, you got Isaiah Thomas Jr. out there.
Man, you can't say Shooter out there like that, man. I mean, Shooter is I take him over nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
But I
no,
ain't
you
gonna
can't
say
play
his
with him.
name I ain't gonna say his name in the category of we doing things.
Bruh,
Shooter.
I
We're doing things. Shooter. No, he's not in there for me, man. Come
he's
on,
in
man.
there for me when Cade ain't.
Look, hold on. Look.
Come on now, dog. Come
Come
on, man.
Don't do my gang like that, though, man. Don't do my gang like
I'm
that.
doing it, man.
Don't do my gang
I'm
like
trying to help Detroit.
No,
I'm
don't
trying
do
to help
that.
y'all out. And if you leaning on things like that, come on, man. You
But with the
remember-
addition of KD,
now that will be something because he is, like I said, he is a nice point guard. I'd rather have him than nothing.
but
And
we
I'd
got
rather
Cade
have him-
Cunningham.
No, but I'm just saying, I'd even also rather have him over just a point guard that's good, but just not, turn that corner.
Right.
He's not dumb. He's got a real high IQ on the game. He
Yes, he
does
does.
good when you need him to do. He's a willing participant on defense, and
I was about to say that.
that's heavy on me.
Yes.
I need that perimeter lockdown. He's not a lockdown defender, but he is a
Of course
willing
not.
participant.
Too long
I
to
will
be
take
that.
I will take
Yeah.
that. And he can't get you buckets. He can create a shot and everything like that, but I just don't know how much. So I'll leave it at that. not
I'm
gonna
excited
talk
for
no
next
more good or
season.
no more
I'm gonna
bad
say
about
that.
him.
Even without him, things look good for Detroit next year. That's all I can say. Even without him, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna pick that up.
Yep, that's
That's
true.
gonna be us.
That's true. All right, well, what do you think about KD this year with the market being wide open once again for him, and he can go to any other squad
Right.
and make a difference? I'm going to ask you this because you have leverage on this conversation. You've watched Jordan, you watch Bird, you watch everybody stay with their teams and deal with the ups and downs, the struggles and all, and take wins and losses. But when you got KD running and roaming the league and doing what he does right now, do you think it's good for him to just stay in Phoenix or just to go championship hunting, man?
At this stage of his game, it would be best. I mean, if he wants that ring, that's what he needs to do. I mean, he tried to stay there in Phoenix, but ain't nothing happening. So I mean, he should have stayed where he was and where he was doing his best,
Right,
and that was in Golden State.
right.
But he had to leave, and he's been going downhill ever since. So that right there should tell you something about all of that. But like I say, he's following his friend, chasing teams, trying to build something with somebody else. Somebody else that we know, ain't gonna call no names right now, but
We ain't calling no names out.
ain't calling no names. But when you're seeking that ring, you can go anywhere and try to build that super team or be on that super team. So I mean, that's what he's trying to do right now. And I mean, like I said, I mean, he got that one, but like I said, he wants more. He wants to be in the league with the greats.
So
But
do you
like I say,
think,
you got to be in the league with the greats. You got to do like the greats. You got to stay in one place and do your
Right.
thing.
so do you think what he's doing right now, Ma? Do you think that's tarnishing his legacy, or do you think that the way that the game has shifted and gone to social media and all of this crazy stuff that we get to watch outside of when we got to watch pre-recorded games? do you think that's good for him? I don't think it's good for his legacy at all.
I don't know. It's not good for anybody's legacy. I mean, for you, I mean, for the way the game is played, the way the game should play, I know times and things are changing, but I mean, where's your loyalty to the people and the fans that love you the most? You know,
Right.
because you won a championship, you're going to leave your fans, you're going to leave your home and everything just to go over here and play, but there's no guarantee. I
Right.
mean, step up your game. Go in there and demand what you want, like some of these other people do, and they get what they want. I mean, but you sitting on the back burner, oh, well, I'm going to leave after this and that. I mean, that doesn't do nothing for you.
It
It doesn't
doesn't.
do anything for your image.
And like what you said, to go off of that further, when he was an MVP candidate, even though that team was a winning team before he got there, when he got there, he made them 10 times better, because you can guard Steph if you got the cardio, but you can't guard Steph and Kevin Durant at the same time. I don't care who else you got on that team. So that was a great point that you said for that. And he should have stayed there. If you ask me, he should have went back there. So him and Steph and Draymond could have rekindled that conversation or whatever that they had outside of basketball that made them mad about it, because they saw what Shaq and Kobe went through and how they was copping deuces at the end of their lives. Well, Kobe's lives, when he was like, yo, if I would have stayed with you, and same thing as Shaq, if we would have stayed together, we would have had more rings. We did lose that year. But if we would have got over each other's drama and everything like that, come on, we could have did it. And I see that with KD and where he was when Golden State, but everywhere he's went, outside of that, even before he went there, he's been nothing but a loser. So I think the only thing that he can do to save his legacy is go back to OKC. Or if you can take a team and get them to the championship, which I don't think you can drag New York. I don't think you can do it. I think New York is better off without you. I think if anything, you should be on the phone with Giannis Antetokounmpo and see how y'all can end up at the same spot if that's what it's all about, championships. But if it's all about your legacy and everything like that, you got to think about what you've done with great teams, with lower teams, and what you're going to do in the future. You got a ring, and Kevin Durant, yes, we all know he has MVPs with those rings. So how good are you really? Let's see it. Are you scared to show us? Or are you just trying to get another ring the sneaky way? What you say about that, Huda?
I say come to Detroit, bro. Plain and simple.
That man is
We want
advocating
him.
for Detroit. Man, he
want
doing
him,
this
bro.
for the football team and the basketball team.
Big
You
time.
don't care. He's taking up for Detroit out here, man.
All day, man. But yes, honestly, Kevin Durant is a good all around shooter. I
He's a
haven't.
great defender 1 through 5. I can say that as well.
Okay, so on the defensive side, he gets the check, unlike LeBron. If we're gonna compare greats, so KD could be a great. You know what I'm saying?
So now when we go back and we talk about LeBron, I want you to understand what I'm talking about, because you admitted it just now too.
Yeah, for sure.
You admitted it too. But yes, KD he's more than a willing participant on defense. He really does lock down players. Depends on what your mentality is and your athleticism is when he does his thing. Go ahead, Huda. All right, I'm sorry to cut you off.
It's all good. You was just reassuring exactly, where I was going with it. He's a great all-around shooter. He can dunk. He can shoot threes. He can shoot from over there, pull up on you. He can Kobe, all the above.
That's true.
Why aren't we talking about him as we were LeBron, Mike, and Kobe?
Right, in the GOAT conversation. Now,
Right.
I'll say this. He hadn't passed Mike yet in scoring.
Right. Okay, fair. Outside of stats.
He said, well, I wouldn't know, because I'll say it's 2 people that's known in the NBA that starters that are pure buckets, and it's him and it's Carmelo Anthony.
Amen. Big dog.
It
Mellow.
really is.
Yeah.
Hold on real quick. T, what's going on with you, T?
Hey, do you remember how? Because we had a funeral, so I'm having connections. She's trying to use my mobile, trying to get on. It is not letting me on.
Well, T, you on right now, because you know we on live. So,
Hey, people.
how far? Yeah, Mom Dukes
Hey,
is on here.
hey.
We saving your section. How far are you away from home?
Not even 10 minutes.
All right, well, you good. Everything is working out the way it's supposed to work out. I'm glad that you
Amen.
called in. Let us know that you're good and everything. Go ahead and get to the house and get ready. And we ready for you and Mom Duke segment to update us on the WNBA.
Yeah.
Because it is Father's Day, but we definitely got to let the ladies get their things in.
Facts.
We do, but we got to make sure the fellas is taken care of, you know.
That's dope.
Y'all do y'all thing. Y'all hold it down, you thug dizzle, you know.
Tell them, T.
Being with
That's
Mr.
dope.
106 in Park and, you know, hanging out with the people.
Right?
We got to be careful. You know,
Talk about it.
Oh, man, I'm as great as y'all are. Y'all my peoples, man. You know how we doing it. T, when you get to the house, you got the link,
I'll
right?
be there I got the link. I'll be there in 10 minutes. I'll link on in 10 minutes.
Okay, we got you when you get on here. Y'all already know the anniversary show. Y'all just saw that. T is getting home so she can get here and get a
Amen.
part of it because her and Mom Dukes is going to update us on this WNBA thing. But at the same time,
Awesome.
on this NBA thing right now, we got, we talked about KD. Chris Paul. Well, wait a minute. Before I go to Chris
one
Paul.
minute before you move on to
Yeah,
about
go
Chris
ahead,
Paul.
Ma. Go ahead.
With
Go
KD,
ahead.
when you were talking about KD,
Yeah.
he is not like our favorite player. You can't put him in the GOAT game because he's not recognized for building his stats. He goes and plays his game. So when you go and you just play your game, shoot your shots, play your game, and do what you do, I mean, you're not mentioned in that.
That's right.
When you go and you try to break this one's record, that one's record, and that's all you're doing, then, you're mentioned. But like I said, we got one great player that's out there right now that's trying to beat every record that he can before he decides to sit at home. And, I mean, stats are good, but that don't make you good, okay?
Right.
So
the Naismith brothers, was it they making it a one-on-one game, or did they make this to be a team sport?
I mean,
with
when
you,
you're chasing stats, to me, that's a one man show. I
Yes.
mean, because you're not playing. Well, like Kobe said, there's no. When Shaq said there's no I in but he said there's an M-E in it.
Yes, it is.
When I
But,
beat that MFer, I
see,
beat that MFer,
yeah, but like I say, I mean, he showed more. I mean, he might not have played the team that we think of team now, but he helped his team when it was needed to be helped.
Well,
Okay,
Mike,
he
you got-
took that eye out of team when it needed to be taken out.
Yeah, and
You look
what
back
you're
at all
saying,
of those games when they played that
team was
championship.
trash. His
when
teams
you-
was
when they-
trash.
Right,
Kobe
but I'm
could
saying when
never
they
get
did-
help, man.
When they played that championship game and Shaq fouled out, what did Kobe say? Don't worry about it, big man. I got this.
Look,
What did he do?
he
went
didn't
out
even
there
say it with
and
words.
he
He said-
carried the team. But this guy we got out here now that's taking all these stats, you can't say, I got the team. I said, because when it comes down to the last shot and who's going to take it, you won't pass the ball. So you don't have the team. Okay? You got that eye in there. Okay?
And
That's
I'm
what
glad
you
that
got.
you
That's all
said-
you got. There's no ME. You got the eye.
And I'm glad that you said that, because that leads to the perfect point. And when you look at when Kobe's game, when he was doing what he was doing, is because nobody on that team was believed or able to do those things. LeBron got all the help in the world, but he's been complaining his whole career about what he doesn't have on his side. But when all you do is dribble and drive and kick it out at the last minute, nobody's prepared for that play. We can't warm up to that. We can't. Kobe's thing was, I'm mad at you because, bro, I put a confidence in you and you missed the shot.
Yeah.
All you had was one job. Work on that shot. You know I ain't passing you nowhere else. You didn't work on that. But I see you all day in practice. You working on it over here. You're doing your thing over here. Just like why Jordan got into it with Steve Kerr and punched him in the face. And also on the lighter side of things, Nick, what's the name? Steve Kerr's son is named Nick Kerr. That's crazy. That's crazy word. Nick Kerr?
What?
That's real close. That's real close, man. That's real close. Nick Kerr.
That's tiptoeing barbed wire right there.
He's a nicker. He's a nicker. That's a real nicker right there. You know what I'm saying? But
Hey,
no.
salute to June's Music Corner, man. He say, what up to you? What up
yeah,
to me?
man.
Salute. Happy Father's Day. Back
Heck
to
yeah.
you, my brother.
Let me bring that up on the screen, man, for
Yes,
everybody
sir.
else that
Yes,
don't
sir.
see it, man.
Salute
Shout
to the
out to
family.
you, man. Shout out to you, June. You already know how we doing it, man. Extra love to you, man. Appreciate you showing love on the show, man. 1 year anniversary.
I'm about to say that, yeah.
We out here live, man. We out here live. I feel like I'm
Yeah,
still
man.
at the BET Awards, man. This is
Hey.
a little extra from it.
Hey, you
It's a
still the
little extra
man,
from
bro.
it, man.
You still the man. You still got the plan. You know what I mean?
Man, as long as I got God in me and
All
He
day.
doing things, man, that's what it's gonna be, man. But yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.
I think it's just crazy how people try to leap Kobe and make the comparison LeBron and Jordan when before y'all two know as well as I know myself. So us three know it first was the three in comparison.
Right.
But when you make it LeBron and MJ, you're taking out somebody who embodied the work and he was the face of the NBA. This is the one thing that people aren't paying attention to. LeBron wasn't the face of the NBA his whole years of greatness because he lost to Steph. Because he had to get greater teams. He never had an era. He won championships of eras when other people was leading the NBA. And if people have arguments for it, that's why I'm here for it right now.
Hey, I got something for you.
I want them to be on some.
I got something for you.
Let's
I got
go.
something for you. I got something for you.
Let's
Okay.
go, brother.
I'm gonna devil advocate this joint.
Let's get it, bro. Let's
All
get
right.
it.
Let's just say LeBron is known for being a game manager, kind of sort of. He won't take the shot sometimes.
That's right.
Michael Jordan was the spark. Give him the ball, and if he not on the court, we can handle it if he's not on the court. Kobe was always thrown into the mix of a ball hawk, as if he didn't have nobody else. But like Monduke said, he really had nobody else.
Well, see, with Jordan in that era of that, I can't say it as far as that because you got to go in further depth.
Go for it.
And with Kobe's on his, bro, you got to look at his position. He's not a point guard. And see, that's the difference in why everybody that says Steph Curry is a better, more complete point guard than Magic Johnson, you're wrong.
Wrong. What?
Steph Curry is a better scorer than Magic because he
That's
can
it.
shoot better.
Them
Listen,
passes?
listen, not because he can lay up or get his own shot, but he can shoot better. But when it comes to point guarding, no, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Steph Curry's not even in the top 5 in point guards and assists right now. So
Yeah.
you can't be in Magic Johnson's category because he was the one that bought the first 6-pack of beer and had that in replication of his triple-double. And it was Coors Light. Or it was what was it? The High Life.
Right.
Yes.
Hey, I don't wanna push no brand, but that's
Yeah, you know, I don't want to push nothing because y'all gotta pay us for that.
yeah.
But yes,
That's what I'm
he
drinking about.
did those things, and when you look at the numbers, it's there. And when you look at the numbers, it's Kobe. He's the best shooting guard when it comes to points, steals, rebounds, and assists.
What about point accuracy? How many shots versus the makes?
Yes, Well, with the shooting guard, that's
Yeah.
hard to do that. But with his, he still had a higher percentage than Jordan's because he didn't have that leadership position where he could say that. Remember when he was leading these teams to the playoffs when Shaq was hurt and he had his surgery, and when Shaq came back and Kobe was still doing his thing and balling out, and Phil took him to the side and said, "Yo, we about to lose the big fella. You got to dial it back."
So what about Nick Van Exel? He wasn't good.
Bro, no, he was. But him and Eddie Jones' minutes had to be
But is it-
sacrificed for Kobe to get more playing time
Why?
because they didn't have no other way for Kobe to get on the court with them being there to not explain why Nick Van Exel, Kobe Bryant, Eddie Jones, and Shaquille O'Neal was all in the All-Star game first before the Celtics. And everybody forgot that. They were the first to have 4 out of a starting 5 lineup in there. And the only reason the center didn't make it because it was what was his name? I can't even think of what his name is right now, man.
Hold
I'm
on,
sorry.
I know who it is too. Hold on.
Yeah, I want to say I want to say Eldon, but I can't. It's not there. Mom, what was his name, huh? Come on, you know who I know. You know who it was that time. He wasn't even really good. It wasn't AC, but it was the other guy, the brown skinned guy. I can't think of who he was, but like I said, that was the original first 4.
So why was he ball hogging? That's what they called it.
No, the reason that they say is ball hogging because
Right.
they don't understand he's not the shooting guard. Well, he's not the point guard.
Right.
He's not the small forward.
Right.
He's not the power forward. He's not the center. He's the shooting guard. That's his job. When nobody can't get a shot, nobody can't create a shot, you can do all that. Nothing can stop you from scoring except for we not passing you the ball.
Okay. So Jordan was a shooting guard too.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir, he was.
But he did pass the ball around.
He did.
Okay. You just said 4 at least good starters was in the All-Star game, Kobe being 1. Why wasn't he passing the ball? Why was he labeled the ball hog?
Because in that time, remember, his own teammates labeled him Showboat.
Oh, yes, they did. They did. They
You
did.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Byron Scott will even say it now to this day.
They did.
He saw something different in this guy. And remember back then, the game was neat. The game was played to perfection.
Right.
And if you couldn't play the game to perfection, you couldn't play the game. Kobe not only played the game to perfection, but he added that finesse to it. He added that pizzazz to it. And we got another one live joining into the show right now. We in here.
Led astray, run amok, and
What's
flat
going
out
on with you,
deceived.
brother? How you doing?
Coolin'.
Hold on, y'all, real quick. Come on, baby. Come on, say hey. Hurry up now. Your time is running out now.
Hey.
Yoski.
What's happening?
Everybody said hey. They said
that
hey.
then?
Now go ahead and go on out of here. Yeah. What's going on with you, Slim? You hear what we talking about, the debates of how everybody always classified MJ and Kobe as non-passers and stuff, basically ball hogs when their job is shooting guard, and the first name in shooting guard is shooting. But the thing is with those two guys, they were first team defense with guarding.
Basically,
Not
that's why
only
they
were
got
they
red.
first team, not only were they first team offense, but they were first team defensively. And they were the last two that were MVPs. That got it as a shooting guard in this game. Everybody else did not get it. You didn't get the first team for defense for it, bro.
But
What's your take on it?
Before you go with him, I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead,
ask
Mom.
you
Go
this.
ahead, Mom.
What did Kobe say, and why did he say he didn't pass the ball to some of these people?
He saw they wasn't practicing. He saw
All
they
right.
work
So
ethic.
why should
Yep.
I pass you the ball when
Yep.
you're not in the gym putting in your time I mean, you might be out there shooting bricks. I know what I can do. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot I'm gonna go ahead and shoot the ball because, like you said, that's what my title says. I'm a shooting guard.
Hey,
I'm
Slim,
supposed
ain't
to
that what
shoot.
Rick Ross said? You wasn't with me
Nah,
when
you
I was
weren't with
shooting
me
in the
shooting
gym?
in the gym?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You cooking, ma? Go ahead, keep on cooking, ma.
Let him cook now. Let him cook.
Yeah, you
Hey,
100%
man.
right when you said that, ma. Go ahead, Gary.
Hey, man. There's no debating that. Come on now. Who else gonna shoot the ball in clutch moments? You know motherfuckers like to freeze up because
Yep.
they don't want to take the criticism, LeBron. But we ain't gonna go there about LeBron right now. It ain't about him.
Right. And
But
see,
yeah, man.
remember when we grew up and we was playing, we wouldn't even play with players that were like that because we wanted to play with team players because we was on NBA jams playing with teams, man.
Exactly.
Remember, we was playing with Charlotte, Larry Johnson and Alonzo Mourning at that time. And neither one of them was shooting guards, but we would rather have that in our perspective of what we saw the game being passed at that time. Now, I'll say this. Bro, I hated on Jordan the whole time because I saw Larry Bird and I saw Magic Johnson do for the game of the NBA what nobody else did. And I got to sit up late nights. My mom, all I ever heard was, the Lakers is playing. I didn't need to hear nothing else. My sisters is in bed. I'm laughing. I'm smiling at them when I go back to sleep. They mad as I don't know what, Gary. You already know it. They mad. But I get to watch the Lakers play, and I get to watch it with Mom Dukes. We out here watching the games, and I'm not just, remember, in those days, I'm not just watching the game as it is today. I'm watching the game being formed from Larry Bird, from Magic, from Dr. J, from Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars. Real team basketball. You got leaders, but they're still leaning on their teammates. You look at the game right now. The best point guard who they say is Steph. He didn't make any of those players on his team Hall of Famers. Those guys played together and they did their thing. You know what I'm saying? And this is not taken away from them, Gary, when I say this. It's not me taking away from them. Magic made James Worthy one because he would have just been a running gunner. He made Byron Scott one because he would have just been a running gunner. Michael Cooper because he would have just been a defender. Come on, man. How many players did he make a all-star, superstar, and a Hall of Famer from playing with him? That's basketball, bro.
See, this is what people get it messed up.
Let's go, bro.
Steph is not a point guard. Steph is a two guard, really.
He is a shooting guard by all means, if you ask me.
Yeah, he was a two guard in college. I used to watch him when I stayed in Charlotte when he played for Davidson.
Out there
He's
in
not a
Davidson.
true point guard.
Yes, sir.
He's not a true
He
point
does have
guard.
the skills. He has the skills, but my thing
got the
is,
skills.
when he has it, it changes what the point guard position really is when he plays the point guard.
Yep.
And that's not taken away from him because he's doing just what the coaches ask him to do. So I can't take away from Steph on it, on any of these things we're talking about. So go ahead, bro.
Oh, yeah. But as a true point guard, Drew Holiday, Tyrese Halliburton. Now, those are true point guards because they're going to dish that ball off and play defense before they shoot.
Yep. They ain't worried about their points. They worried about the team and spreading it out and that energy once that ball get going. That snowball effect is nothing like that. Remember how we used to play at Forest Lake? I don't care, but the sorriest person gonna get a dope pass from me because once you in the game with us, ain't nobody stopping us. You already know. You already know, Slim. Come on, man. Be for real.
Nope.
I can score.
You're right.
I already know I got you on the baseline anytime for that jumper. I already know I got Chris Jackson that's going to come and get us, clean the glass up and everything. And I got John Odom whenever and whatever. But if our weakest person is not doing nothing, we is about to be in trouble. I need to get him lit as soon as possible because nothing else is going to work until he gets involved with it.
When the score 4-3, you better shoot. I don't care if you get the rebound. For
real, be the best rebounder. Be the Rodman out here for us. You saw how we picked our teams. All right, Pete, you
Oh,
lost.
yeah.
I got you. I got you this game. Yeah, we on here. We live. We gonna play. But it wasn't like how it is now. Cats are trying to get the best people and just give him the ball. No shots, no passing, no nothing. And y'all gonna lose. But here's the thing. When y'all lose, nobody's picking y'all losers up outside of that game. Because all you believed in was the person that you picked up was better than all y'all. I stayed away from the best person because I can do all of this. I'm 5'2" and can dunk just like the biggest person out there. No, that ain't my job. I'm going to grab rebounds then. I got my people in all their places. But if you know your position, then you can do your things. And that brings us back to what we're talking about. Kobe, Michael Jordan, and LeBron. They gave LeBron the point guard position. When that defense gets on him, he got shut down by J.J. Burr. J.J. Burr. You heard I said it, J.J. Burr. You scored 8 points. Come on, Ma. I know you watched that too. 8 points when they needed you? Come on now. How can we do this? We live. Everybody's tuning in right now. Everybody's tuning in.
Yeah, JJ.
How can you do
JJ had
that
his
when this
foot
is
all
a
in
team
that
sport?
ass.
Yeah, how can you do that when this is a team sport? That's why I said, like, we can go in and out of it all day on this good episode. I just want to know, because, y'all, we all are reasonable people, and we understand this game. And we understand, bro, it's people that get cut out of this game. Chris Jackson, a.k.a. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, was the original Steph Curry, but they don't talk about
Yes,
it,
sir.
how he heated up.
Nope.
Vinnie Johnson,
Nope.
the microwave, was like that, but they don't talk about it because in both of those guys' era, it was team ball, and those guys sacrificed and did what they had to do to make sure those teams benefited off of their game. And man, you know this more than all of us that's in here talking about it. Vinnie Johnson, the microwave, come on now. Chris,
Oh, Vinny was a fool.
the Shakes doing his thing. He be on the side, he can't sit still, but come on, man. These guys look, these people, if you ask them now, everybody looking at these guys like they don't know who they are, but these are the guys that should have most respect because they were the ones that these guys that we consider GOATs. And that's why I said a few episodes ago, GOATs shouldn't be on one whole position in basketball because that's impossible. But GOATs should be on positions in every sport.
But as a team game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get back to this Kobe missing out of the top 3 in people's eyes.
Let's go, bro.
Yeah, people wasn't in the gym practicing. But AI himself said, we talking about practice?
Mm-hmm.
He said it.
But he was there, though.
Yeah.
He said that, but he was there.
But he still say we're talking about practice.
Yeah, but that's when they questioned him on him practicing and missing the days when
Right.
he missed it from his situation. It
Right.
wasn't on the heart and the determination. Remember, the game that I live and die for, that's what we talking about? Practice.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Practice. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay, so maybe the game them fellas lived and died for, they knew Kobe wasn't going to pass the ball because he's the infamous there is no I in team, there is an M and an E.
Well, you got to think about it like this. When you got Shaq, you got Rick Fox, you got Robert Ory,
Right.
you got Derek Fisher, that's
Yeah.
a lie. And look
That's a
at
lie.
his assist averages. If you look now, he's got the most assists as a shooting guard.
That's crazy. I didn't know this.
He definitely does.
I was today years old.
So they have to stop that.
I was just
That's-
being an advocate, bro. That's all.
Yes, bro. They have to stop it. And remember,
I'm on LeBron's side. You already know that.
I know it. You taking up,
Yeah.
and he's not even here. He's
yeah.
not. He's. This is light years ahead of him. But
Yeah,
yeah. T, good to have you here, T. We see you checking in. And since we got it, and before we transition over, I want to go ahead and talk about the Grizzlies making the trade for Desmond Bain for KCP, Cole Anthony, 4 first-round picks, and a first-round pick swap.
What they plan on getting out of that deal?
What?
I don't know, but Orlando, I think they won. Because Pablo and them boys going to do their thing. I wish I was here because that's what I wanted to bring this topic on, but I don't care. Pablo having that kind of help and those kind of draft assets, I mean, I don't know. What's your thoughts on it, T?
That's going to be nasty if they can actually put the pieces together. Like, if you look at it on paper, what they trade for, what they can possibly do, it's going to be nasty. But projection and actual execution is going to be the thing.
Right. What looks good on paper don't look good on the court always.
Mm-hmm.
You're 100% right. You're 100% right. All right. So, all right, I'm going to go through these. Now. All right, we got this is the last topic on the NBA before we get out of here. Because we talked about KD. Well, no. I got one more before the last one. What do all of y'all think about Tibbs being fired? I think it was bad on New York firing him and not having nobody, and them reaching out to everybody else that they reached out to, and everybody like, nah, we under contract. Not only we under contract, but we ain't finna come to New York and be a part of none of that stuff right there that y'all got going on. You fired a coach that didn't want to go further than his 7-man lineup, even though he practiced and coached defense. But, bro, I'd say, and my whole thing is, I want to take up for him and say it was bad for them firing him. But at the same time, if you don't want to go further than 7 men and you got 14 people out here, that means you're doing what Steve Kerr is doing. You don't know what you got. You don't even want to take the time for it. But at the same time, how can we use you when you're not using your whole team? You're only using 7 players. That's not right. In the NBA that we look at today, and we're looking at the 2 teams, you're looking at basically, if you ask me, you're looking at the Cavs back in the days with Craig Elo and those guys, and you're looking at the John Stockton and Karl Malone Utah Jazz. That's what we're looking at in this finals right now. We don't know what we got. All of these players are new, and shout out to all of them. Shout out to SGA and the squad, Chet, Holmgren, and all those guys doing their thing. Shout out to Halliburton. What the hell, LeBron James, with all of that. But what's y'all takes on it? But let's let the ladies talk on it first, man. What you feel about it?
Before I tell you my piece, JLE is backstage.
Okay. Let him know. Go ahead and if he got the link, go ahead and add on.
He is. No, he back. He said he backstage is on the thing.
Wait a minute. No. Tell him to go ahead and get on there so I can as soon as he on, I can add him. Sorry. Add him.
I'll resend it.
Shout out to you, JL83. JL83, everybody. You already know how he coming. He bringing the truth too. And mind you, right after T too for this.
That's my cheat sheet.
It's funny that
he was a cheat sheet too. He was a cheat sheet.
My dad and I was actually talking about this Friday. We was talking about that, and he was like, what he didn't understand was, like you said, you let one person go. That's like looking for a job, quitting a job before you got another one lined up.
Right.
And so he was like, because I think at one point they were talking about Mark Jackson.
Yeah. And they didn't go with him. And see, my thing is, why not when what he's did for New York, but not just only that, but like what we're talking about, why are you going to fire Tibbs and you don't even got a candidate? If you ask me, the first person that I would have got to get a part of what I got going on, it would have been Denver Nuggets coach that they fired. Because
Yeah.
he's championship pedigree. He coached MVPs. He knows how to get big men and everybody to work together with the pieces that they had. I'd ask him. They didn't even talk to him yet. That's crazy.
I'm just that's a front office issue.
My Dukes, what do you think about the whole New York Knicks thing and how they got rid of Tibbs and they didn't have nobody there? Because you always taught me you don't quit no job unless you got something else in place. What do you think about that, man?
Somewhere down the line, somebody got an idea about something that they're not letting loose.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a big surprise to everybody. I mean, like you say, everybody holds their cards until they're playing right. They're taking all of this in right now, but like I said, they might come up with a shocker.
That's true.
I mean, they got something planned. I mean, 'cause like you said, you don't let somebody go if you don't have nothing planned.
That's true.
Especially when you were doing as good as what you was doing
Right.
for the team. I mean, some of the stuff they might not agree with, but you let it go this far. Why not let it keep on going? They were winning with it.
Right. Yeah, right. Exactly. And that's my thing on it, Mom. Why would you fire a coach that's winning if you look at it before, I think, like, it's been like 17 years since they won as much as he's won since he's been there, and he hadn't even been in New York that long. And you firing him before his resume even got that good there with y'all when it's better than all of the coaches that you've had before. That's crazy. T, you want to spell? Well, wait a minute. Mr. Dim Slims, you want to speak on that before we go on? I don't think he's here with us. I think he's on a break right now. But yeah, T, you got any extra or who? Matter of fact, Huda, I got you because you was taking up for him a little bit.
All right. So I think anybody should be happy after being a Detroit Lions fan and Detroit everything fan.
You got to put that out there first. The disclaimer.
Got to throw that out there.
Got to put the disclaimer out there, man. He signed NDAs all the time.
Yeah,
he's a Detroit Lion. He can't get on the shows unless he got the Detroit Lion stuff on there.
Amen.
That's a part of the NDA.
To pick up a Knicks team, everybody should be rushing that way because what they did this season, regardless of how the head coach was running them, you got something to work with. And then the draft is coming, and all you need is like
they need one solid player. They could have got KD or they could get Giannis.
No, they can't have KD, bro. Us first, then the Knicks. Us first, then the Knicks.
When we talk about the Knicks, and let's keep it biased.
All right.
He put himself in the know. You can't have that. You can't have that.
But if they did do that, that'd be crazy work. That's all I'm saying.
Right, and it would. I think it would help them, but not
Help
just
would be
that.
great.
You got to have a team coach to keep the team together, and with them getting rid of Tibbs and he always preached defense, that's why they could be down 20 and come back and do what they did this whole year, and not only the regular season but in the playoffs and even in the Eastern Conference Finals and everything. They showed up, but the thing was they were short. They were short, and right now,
were they short, or was it because they only used 7 of his?
And that's why I said I don't know, because it could be 7 players. It could be you had the players,
right? That's what I'm asking.
Also, yeah, that's hard. Well, if you ask me, and that being the question, it's because you didn't play your players.
Okay, fair.
As a coach, I have to do that.
Right,
like, I really do. We're only as weak as our weakest link. And our weakest link, he's the one that's going to be learning the plays the most. So when he's on the court, all he knows to do is when I catch it, I pass it. Or I catch it and I shoot it. That's right. I don't care about nothing else. Anybody can miss, but the rest of the team is ready for your rebounds.
Right.
If you pass it, okay, we good. But if you don't know those 2 basic things, we're not going to win, because when the ball is in your hands, it's an automatic turnover. We can't do that.
So who do you feel should take the job?
Like I said, I think it should be before anybody else. It should have been the coach for Detroit Nugget, well, the Denver Nuggets. I'm
I'm about to say, man, you better stop now.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We
I
good
even
in
put that
Detroit.
in there.
We
Yeah.
trying to add on. You trying to?
It should have been the coach for Detroit that got fired.
No, what?
Well, not Detroit, but for Denver, because
Okay,
he
thank
got
you.
fired and he's a championship winning coach. He didn't prove it. He had a couple players on his team that he didn't get along with, and they had problems. But in the era that I come from, my mom and T and you as well, where we come from, if you don't get along with a team, you're out of here.
Yeah.
Not the coaches out of here.
Yeah.
That's this new era with the social media and all of this stuff. We got to be PR. We got to be publicly friendly with everybody. But what's friendly when you're not winning anything, man?
Right.
That's the real question.
Right. So you want him to take that to the Knicks, though?
I'd rather have them take him. I mean, look at who else they got. There's nobody else there. And everybody else they talked to and they tried to get to talk on the job, they was like, nah, we still under contract. We ain't going nowhere. And it wasn't like we under contract and we can't talk. It was like, no, we under contract. We respect ours. We ain't trying to go with you and be on a part of this craziness that you got out there in New York.
Okay, so
if Phil Jackson couldn't make things happen out there,
Right.
I can't do nothing.
But I'm a heavy football head. I love basketball too, just to watch and recreational wise. But I'm not as keen to it. Do they not like give offensive coordinators or what OCs, or I don't even know if basketball have that.
They do have those. They do have those assistants and those people
assistant coaches.
Like
yeah,
yeah, they do have those like that. But the difference is in football and basketball, those assistants have direct positions in football, where in basketball, their direct position is what the coaches don't see, and that's what hurts basketball. But that's what I had to learn as far as my assistant coaches being there with me. They'll be like, Pete, they killing us over here. And at times I'd be like, no, if we keep doing this, and we lose those games. And we had to learn, and I had to grow from trusting them. I'm telling you what I'm seeing. If you're not listening to me, I can go to another team and head coach, because I can do what you're not doing as a head coach, making those adjustments.
Right.
So I started making those adjustments when I had Shy. And then when I made certain adjustments, he was like, bro, we need to go back to what you was talking about, because this ain't working.
Right.
So it's real crazy, because basketball is a whole lot different than football, because, you know, you got less players, but at the same time, those players are playing longer and their duration is a whole lot more. So it's harder. It's real hard. It's real hard.
Well, go Knicks, man. Next season, do something good, man.
Yeah, do something, man. Do something,
Do
man.
something. Get one.
Hey, well, all I want you to do is not have me to the point where I'm mad and I'm like,
I don't want to have to guzzle no more drinks because of y'all.
I can't take it no more.
I can't take it no more.
Yeah, man.
For sure. I don't want to have to take no more drinks over no Knicks. Y'all better start winning.
So before we get off to the NBA, I want to give flowers to the point guard himself, who's retiring this year, Chris Paul.
Ooh.
One of the littest.
Yeah.
I'm still mad to this day that the NBA, David Stern, before he got out of there, blocked the trade that was already in place and signed by the teams and the players for Kobe Bryant to play with Chris Paul and have 7 to 8 rings. But they blocked that, so Kobe had to get his other ones by himself and do what he did. But Chris Paul, shout out to everything that you did.
Yes.
And all of the teams that you played for. And I'm going to ask all of you guys, what was bright spots in what you've watched in Chris Paul that did it for you? Me, with Chris Paul, when he threw the lob to DeAndre Jordan, and he jumped over that man and he fell on down. And he bought Lob City out there.
Yes, sir.
He had that from New Orleans. He came into the league with it, but that's my moment, man. T, what's yours? Well, now we're going to go up like this. It's going to go T, then it's going to go Huda, then it's going to go mine, then it's going to go bro.
With Chris Paul, for me, it was he had a way of playing the game that kind of brought just that tad bit of excitement because the way he could find his teammates to his ability to assist and like get his players into scoring position, and he could throw some passes that just was made you kind of it kind of threw it back a little bit to when a point guard was a true point guard.
Yeah,
You know what
and
I'm
that's why I
saying?
said point. He was the one that they made the name when it first came out, point guard,
Yeah, like
because he
his
really was
ability,
doing things out there. I agree with
his,
you fully on
his
that.
ability
T.
just to find people. That's what I'm
And
gonna miss on the court.
and that's what I think is missing, and that's why, with that being missing, that's why people say Steph Curry is the best point guard over Magic Johnson, because they look at his shots versus what point guards are really supposed to do. Now remember, when it first started shifting is when you had Russell Westbrook, and it was like he's a pass first or a shooting first. No, a point guard is, I'm going to get points regardless first. Doesn't matter if I'm going to score them, or it doesn't matter if my teammate's going to score them, but points going to be made off of my decision making, not off of my skill ability. That's what I think people fail to understand with Steph Curry and Magic Johnson. And this is not me taking nothing from Steph. Steph, what you brought to the game, I'm appreciative of it. I praise your dad's card. When I got it out the pack, the 6-man, yeah, let's do this. I did that. But when we're talking about the starters and what they're doing, that's what we are. And yeah, T, I back your point up all the way. You got any more to say on that?
No,
Huda,
Yes, sir.
what you got on that, man?
Well,
With Chris Paul getting out of here,
yes,
you know what I mean? Retiring this year.
yes.
I mean, I thought it was bad because, he didn't have his best year. He didn't have his worst year at the same time. But, he's out of here this year. But what do you feel about that? And all of the talks of the point guards and stuff, and he's not there. I think he should be up there at least top 2, because I see him as a higher point guard than I do see Steph. I don't care how people will be mad at me on that, but I do see him as the one behind Magic Johnson, not nobody else. How about you, bro?
Okay. Well, starting off a Clippers fan, it's crazy work. I loved him, DeAndre, Blake, of course, and how they put Clippers to a household name versus being a household joke.
That's right.
And the way he used to find them fellas, pause, and his physical play was just, he could be everything except the dunker, but he could be everything. I really ain't never seen him like posterize nobody. I don't even think he can dunk, but I know
he can dunk now.
He can.
He got nasty a couple times, but it's not something to look for.
Okay.
Rondo dunked more than him. Rondo dunked more than him.
Yeah, Rondo was a monkey armor though. He was a different one.
Yeah,
but
he punched that man in the face too.
I
keep
didn't
that
want
out
to
of
get
there.
to that part.
We give him props out the way.
But I
I'm
was
sorry,
going to
brought
say
Go
that
ahead.
he does have a whack punch. I was going to say that transitioning over, but definitely he is in my top 5 of point guards. But he's definitely not right behind Magic. I give you that.
Well, I'll say this. He's behind Magic more than Steph is.
Yeah, I give you that.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I give you that.
And I hear what you're saying, and I don't want the people that's listening to you to think that what you're saying is on another level outside of what we're talking about.
Right,
Because
top 5.
What we're talking about, yes, top 5, and he's over Steph because he was point guard before they said that and all of that. And this wasn't during my mom's and everybody else's era when point guards really had to do it.
Right.
But he did that, and that's why he got that title. So, yeah, I'm with you.
He's
on
a
that.
tough individual. I tell you that much.
Yeah.
And he can take a punch.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So, Mom, what's yours on the goodbye to Chris Paul, and what you think about him and over Steph as in the point guards, with them talking about the top fives and Magic not being there because of Steph, and you know.
Chris Paul to me is like another Magic. Okay,
Hmm.
only difference between him and Magic, in my consideration, and the way he plays is Magic shot more. Okay,
Yeah.
Chris is that team player.
Hmm.
That's like one of my favorite female players. Would rather look for the teammate to get the ball off and shoot and make them better than worry about getting themselves better.
That's right.
I mean, because if he shot as much as Magic, as much as Step, then they would be talking about him a whole lot more. But
Yep.
he did a whole lot more passing.
Yep.
Because if it
He
wasn't
did.
for him,
And
Blake,
he had a
Blake, who
great
I used,
shot too. He
yeah,
did have a
oh yeah,
great
he had
shot
a good
too.
shot, yeah.
Mid
But
range,
I
inside
mean, I
and
mean,
outside. He did.
he's using his shot more now
Hmm.
than he did in his earlier years.
Yep.
And he didn't just get that shot. Now he had that shot when he
He
came
had it.
in.
Yep. He
But
did.
like
He
I said,
always had
he
it.
was one of those that were. He's somebody like. See, I'm gonna mention my girl Paige.
Yeah.
Okay, she rather pass the
My
ball to
pass
make her
first.
teammate better
Yes.
than to take the shot herself, and
Yes.
that's what
Pass
Chris did.
first.
I mean, because look at Blake Griffin. I mean, which I call him Caesar because that's who he looked like, Caesar on Planet of the Apes. But he would pass he would he would pass him the ball and give him them alley oops. If it wasn't for him with all of that, nobody would know about no I mean about no Blake.
And
And
I don't want to cut you off, but I had to say something about. I'm glad you brought that to the light, because this is what makes you all the way right. Where's Blake Griffin now? After he left Chris Paul and playing with Chris, where has he been?
I don't know what is
under
he
the
doing.
table, under
Go
the
ahead,
table,
Mon. Do your thing. Go
Oh,
ahead.
he
under the table.
backstage.
Yep,
Huh?
go ahead. Finish doing your thing.
Oh, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm just
But
saying.
yeah,
I mean, because I mean, step is step. Okay, Step has his right in his own way.
yep.
Okay, because he gonna shoot his three.
Hmm.
Okay, that's what he's known for.
Hmm.
Okay, I mean, that's what he's gonna go down. His legacy is gonna go down. The man who could shoot the ball from half court and hit them threes and could put you to bed at night
That's right.
shooting his
Mhm.
threes. That's what he's gonna be known for. Okay.
That's right.
Chris is known for being a team player, getting his teammates or whatever. He wasn't one of those guys that went out there try to stack them stats up and make himself look better. He wanted to make his team better. That's why Kobe liked him.
Yep. I wanted to play
You
with
know?
him. The NBA blocked that.
Yep.
All
I
right.
mean, they had
Hey.
the man. They had the man on there. One minute I'm looking at the screen. He got on the Lakers jersey number
Yeah,
3,
they
and
had it
the
signed.
next thing I
Everything
know,
was
they
sent
took the
through.
jersey off the man.
That was David
Everything was
Stern.
everything was sent through, and next thing we know is getting blocked. And remember, Ma, this the one thing. Phil Jackson said that not only in his book, but in conversations. When Chris Paul becomes a free agent, I wonder what the NBA is gonna do about it. And he just so happened to be the coach at that time, years after him predicting this. And at the same time of watching and coaching, that's crazy. Gary, come on, man. Talk to me about it. Because you got the best of both worlds, because Golden State is your squad. So you got the ultimate take on this right here for him and for Steph. And you know we ain't taking nothing from Steph. Talk to me about it, man.
Even though Steph don't snap them ankles a couple times.
That's right. He did. On that baseline, you seen it? Yeah, he did it. You know it
But
now.
but at the same time, New Orleans Chris Paul was the best Chris Paul.
That's the truth. And yep,
That's true.
that's the truth. That's the truth.
Because
Keep
he can
going,
come
bro.
out and give you 23 and 12 in a night.
Yep.
But yeah, I put him at probably number 5. I'm not gonna put him over my boy Penny, and I damn sure not gonna put him over UTEP Tim. That ain't gonna happen.
Now those two guys were real nice. They were real flashy and they were real great at their design in their era. They were. But as far as the work that is completed and that's in our face, you got to, bro.
I can't put them on my boy Penny though. I can't
Look,
do
you
it.
heard me. You got. I can't too. Look,
I
I
can't.
love. And Penny had the little Penny. Mind you, remember that's all I wanted to rock with, and I wasn't. My mom wasn't getting me nothing that wasn't Lakers, bro. And that
I
was
want to be a
hard for
little
me.
penny doll.
And look, that was hard for me because purple and gold versus the black and blues, all the other teams. My mom wasn't. She wasn't giving me no. I had one shot outside of everything else. It was when the Jordan 3s first came out. This was before anybody even got them. And I had them. My mom asked that I want them. Nope, I got the LA Gear Flames from them. I ain't get the light text. None of those. I got the LA Gear Flames on it, bro. Instead of the Jordans. Because Jordan crushed my dreams so many times. My mama tell you right now, bro, I was at EL Wright Middle School. There was lime green. For real, bro. And black. How many outfits that I could possibly have to go with those? Versus the Michael Jordans, bro. I chose those over the Jordans, bro.
Lime green LA Gears over Jordans.
I did that, man. I did that.
You man,
and it, like I said, and it was those was the Jordan 3s too. With
well,
the
yeah,
man
man.
on the side, yeah, man. Go ahead, Garrett.
I put him at 5.
I'm not
I'm
mad
leaving
at that.
right there, number 5.
I'm not mad at that at all. Not one bit.
I can't move him no higher.
Oh, I'm not mad at that one bit. So right now, before we go into this NFL thing, because we got about 20 minutes left, but we got a segment right now because the WNBA is cranking up right now, and we got the two first ladies of Hater Debate. We got T, the first lady, and we got Mom Dukes out here, and they gonna update us on this WNBA. And we gonna let them do their thing, and we can fill in on outside of it. T, go ahead and lead us on into this. You and Mom Dukes, the floor is y'all's right now.
Hi, my Dukes. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Go ahead and take the floor. Bring it on in.
So let's talk about this WNBA. First of all, we got two conferences. And what is special about what's going on with these two conferences is the two top teams. And when I saw this, I thought about my Dukes. The two top teams are pretty much ran by UConn alumni.
that tells you that.
I thought I saw that.
What's the best
like,
basketball school nation in the nation?
I was like,
UConn.
I was like, okay. Feet out there just killing things. Like they played the Sparks the other night. She had 26 points. The Sparks had 26 points. And that was the first half.
Yep.
So and Stewie and the Liberty over there doing their thing. I was like, okay. But it's been real interesting. Some of the rookies have been doing great. I hate that Paige is with Dallas because they're trying to kind of build, but the way she has integrated herself into that team, into the league, it's been good to see.
But remember when we talked about this when she was still at UConn? Remember how we talked about her going to Dallas and what it was going to look like?
Yeah.
It's like Enrique is the one that don't want to play anymore.
I was watching that.
Where is her game? Her game is not there anymore.
I don't know. It's not the same as it was like in the finals, like in the playoffs last year when she was like.
What do y'all think that problem is that her game isn't there no more?
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
You can't say it's because of all the other players that they got in there, because those new it's like Nate, he coming in there, she playing hard. She trying to play her game.
So it's basically like the coaching.
Play her game. All of those new pieces, they are trying to come in there and play hard and try to play.
I put that on coaching, man.
I agree. Because if you see the
last
game,
the coach ain't no good.
That's what I said. But man, that's what I was asking. If it ain't on them players,
it's I get. I see you
Somebody got
Yeah.
it. Somebody has a big blame for it.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you watch the last game, I don't know if it was the last game or the game before, when Dejanay that called that foul, instead of challenging the foul, he just let it go.
Let it go. Come on,
Yep.
man. And she telling you, and everybody else is letting you know at the same time. Come on, man. Stop playing with us.
Yeah, and then when you do call is when he don't need to call. I mean, he don't players enough to beat it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I feel that doesn't clarify the fact that why Enrique's not playing her game.
Hold up real quick. Are you here? Wait a minute. I took somebody out. Okay, I put him back in.
Yeah, but
I thought that was JLFE.
He is. He said he's backstage.
Yeah, he texted me and I told him I don't see him back here. I thought that was him and I just took somebody off. That wasn't him.
But you know who else coaching has got me concerned because, and I don't understand it.
Who is that?
Now, even more so now, I'm still trying to understand what Chicago's idea was. When you let go of Teaspoon and you get the coach that you have now, who is not playing nobody right.
I mean, like I said, they got them two bigs and they don't know what to do with them. Okay.
Nothing.
I mean, Camilla, she went over there to Japan. She was playing ball over there, but still, there's something about her skills that, I mean, they're not pulling out the best of her. Okay.
No.
Right.
I mean,
when you bring her back here, it's not there. It really isn't, man. You right.
No, because she was overseas balling out.
Yeah. And you get back home and you can't. I mean, I can't say you can't play ball, but it's almost like you're not doing as much.
It's not her. I'm telling you, it's the coaching because you have Angel who can do some things. You have Angel. You got Cardozo. You got Haley Bailey. You got pieces.
And he's not even playing Haley like he should.
No, not at all.
And it's embarrassing how much he's playing her. It's embarrassing.
And they wanted to blame that on
bro.
Teaspoon, and I'm like, that Teaspoon got them almost to the playoffs with a bunch of rookies, and you want to.
He has been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Hold up. I think that's him right there. I think that's JLE. Hold on. Let me see. We got Huda. We got. Hold on. Nope.
I'm just him. Like, that's just me. That's just me. Ma Dukes, how you feel about Pow Pow down at ATL?
You know I'm biased about anybody thing from UConn. So and then I don't watch too much of Atlanta because they don't have not a UConn player on their team.
They sure don't.
So I'm not too much of an Atlanta fan. Now I watch all the other teams that got somebody that's.
But have you seen any of Pow Pow? Have you seen any of Pow Pow?
I'm not a Chicago fan, but I watch them because they got my girl Kia Nurse on there. Okay.
Right. Ma, have you watched any of Pow Pow though?
I mean, I watched a little bit of today or whatever, but like I said, I mean, I can't get into it because there's no UConn. I'm biased, okay? I mean, if you ain't got my girls on there, I can't watch it.
And look, T,
no
we understand.
I mean, because
I'm not mad at all. I'm not mad at all.
No, because of the fact that the way that I watch how Gino coached a lot of these women and the way that they play and whatever, and the skill level that they are. I mean, some of these women that play. I mean, a lot of their skills are not being presented because they haven't been taught how to put them out there. Right. Okay? I mean, Papa played a little bit better than what she played in South Carolina, but she could have been a whole lot more if Dawn would have pulled a whole lot more out of her. Okay? I mean, Dawn did her thing, but like I say, and like a lot of other people see, Dawn was about the bigs. Okay?
Or like Malaysia say, like Malaysia say.
Yeah, but I mean, in her being a guard like she was, she should have put emphasis on them as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Because she didn't just have sorry guards. She had some of the best guards out there.
Right.
She really did have some of the best guards out there.
And then when you put Gino in there, he don't care what position you play. He tries to pull it out of you, okay? And if you can't present yourself or whatever, where you gonna be at? On the bench, okay?
Yep.
I
That's
mean,
what we can
look
use
at
you.
look at my girl Cadence. I mean, she left.
There
Why?
he is.
Because she wasn't
Hold on,
fitting
man.
up.
Hold on, man. There he is. Jay Elliott 3 is in the building. He's in here with us.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Man, welcome
Finally
to the
made
show,
it.
man.
Yeah, finally.
You was there, but I just didn't scroll down far enough to see it, man. That was on me. I put that on me. But yeah, man, go ahead and finish up your take, man.
I mean, she wasn't producing like she was supposed to. I mean, her rookie year when she played that first year, her freshman year, I mean, she was doing it. I mean, because they were short. But when she came back this year, I mean, where was she? I mean, you got these new freshmen coming in. You let them outplay you.
Right.
You let them take your spot, and then you wonder why you sitting on the bench.
And see,
I mean,
Ma,
you know,
also,
coach. You know,
and
coach.
look, Ma, also, not only it's not you letting other people outplay you, but your coach is out coaching you because it doesn't matter how good you are. Remember, Ma, this is what I told T on a couple of shows ago. Remember that game when UConn played USC? Malaysia played ball. Paige didn't have her best game because who was guarding her? Malaysia.
Mm-hmm.
She did her thing with her. Paige, if you can get Paige to only score 17 to 24 points, you did your job because she can go from 20 to 40 easily. So if you can get her from 70 to 24 points, which Malaysia really did, and that's all you can ask for somebody that's guarding Paige buckets? I mean, come on. And you're not even, like we said, you're not advertising or putting into your point guards like that. What do you really expect? That's not even fair on the players, and you're the coach that they're following. This is what I told T. Her exit interview, when she was saying she got to do what's best for her, I saw her leaving there just because she was hurt, because she balled out. She did have turnovers. Yes, she did have turnovers, but she wouldn't have had those if she would have started, like her and what's the other girl from Camden?
Joyce.
You know what I mean?
Joyce.
Come on.
Right.
What
I mean,
does
should have been them two should have been on the start.
now remember,
No.
Mom,
I
this
mean,
is what I
Raven-
said from
Raven
the
should have
jump.
Raven should have been on the bench because Raven wasn't doing much of nothing.
Ma, this is what we said from the beginning. If they played for Gino, they would have been starting because they were difference makers.
Mm-hmm.
When you put them on the bench and don't give them much time or much offensive opportunities to show what they can possibly do or to see what they can or give them opportunity to grow, you can't do anything from that. JLE, go ahead, take it away, man.
We talking about the WNBA, right?
Yeah, we talking about how with Malaysia and how Paige and all of them did with under Coach Rudy's coaching and under Coach Don's, when Dawn is the head coach and she's a point guard, but she puts all her strength into power forwards and stuff, and this is like people that she doesn't even naturally coach.
Well, I mean, obviously, you can't really have a team without a point guard.
Yep.
Like, the point guard is the one who facilitates the offense.
Correct.
So if you're focusing solely on your bigs, then you're leaving your guards out in the cold. And in reality, that's where the majority of your scoring should come from.
And that was where, remember, they was calling them the seatbelt crew for a while. So why you don't got the seatbelt crew starting? What are we talking about here? Why you don't got the seatbelt crew starting? So you don't got no points for when the bench comes in. Now you can go ahead and do it because we're resting because your starters aren't scoring. If I'm coaching, head coaching, I want my best foot forward. So when I get this lead, I'm bouldering. I'm going downhill in this snowball effect. It's not going to be, no, I don't know what happened. Things got out of hand. How can you do this when you got the best perimeter defenders? You really got the best perimeter defenders, and you're not playing them. You're not starting them. You're not only not starting them, but in games where they could play and make a difference, you're putting them in when you want them to, not when they need to be in the game. How you feel about that right there, JLE? Oh, we lost JLE for a minute, man. But it's all good, man. How you feel about that right there, Slim? Because, I mean, you know what we came up in.
Yeah.
There's been positions and times where we had to sit on the bench or we didn't get picked because it was people better than us. How you feel about that? You got people better, but you going to just, I mean, as Don, the coach that she is, as elite as she is, you're playing other people. I mean, come on, man. What's your take on it, bro?
Yeah, at the same time, she used to do some hot dog shit and shoot ill-advised three for no reason. So that kind of got her fucked up in the game. But at the same time, she do her thing. You think what I'm saying?
Now, see, we can't go off of she's doing her thing because you still negating on the point we're going on. And I'm not going to attack Dawn, and we're not attacking her. And if we are attacking her, I'm sorry. If we are attacking her, this is the point on our show she needs to listen to. And we are, remember, we're also helping her. We're playing cleanup on here.
Oh,
so
yeah.
if she listened to what we're saying, and like what you said, she's done that on those other positions, and she's done that. But as a point guard, what she is, and she's not putting in her point guards, and they're hitting that transfer portal and doing all of these things, that ain't right. And being what she is, and she's the head coach, that's not only a head coach, but the highest paid head coach right now. Your highest paid, look, your highest paid right now for showing your team that you don't believe in them in times where you do need to believe in them. To me, that's not fair. They ask about Gino and his money. He don't care about it with his assistant coach long as him and her are good. And he told her from when he first got there, I need you to do this job. She tried to do other things, and she ended up being there because she didn't have a job at the end of the day. Come on, man. When you got a program that works, it only works when the plans that you have works with the players that you have. You have players that's in position to do what you know to coach them up and do, and you're not doing it. How can you do that, man? All right, so T,
it's like a whole bunch of catch-22s with this situation.
I think it is too. What do you think yours is for it? Before we go ahead and let T and Mom Dudes go ahead and give us some more updates on the WNBA before we get on this NBA, this NFL, before we get on out of here, man.
It's like you do if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah, and that's true. But
That's
I think
you feel about it.
I think you damned if you do and you don't if you don't play what you got and you put. I mean, it's almost like football. Chris Kacerik, you know what we need on our offensive line, and you being quiet when you need offensive linemen. You're not coaching up and you're not helping as a coach. You're just sitting there and taking what they give you, and that's never going to be what it takes to win a championship. When you take what's given instead of getting what you got and getting more because you know you can, or getting the best out of your players, come on, man, you can't do it.
You ain't gonna win shit.
How about you, JLE?
Hey, maybe they'll have a Kobe.
Man, she's about to retire. That's Diana Taurasi.
Another one to pop
That's
up.
the W. Like, before anybody says this, and addresses it or do anything, he even said it himself. That's the Kobe of the WNBA. And this is no disrespect to any of the Cheryl Swoops, to any of the other players. I mean, no, I'm not going to do this, but look at her career and how much they hated on her, and she still won. She still dominated. She didn't care. If her coach gave her a wrong plan and how she was brought up in this game, oh, you know what, coach? I got you anyway. I don't care. I'm still going to play my game, and I know what my game is, and that's winning. Your coaching is losing.
DT was her, okay?
Yeah, I'm not doing this off of yours. I know winning. Yours ain't going to do this. I'm not doing this. Not at all.
Fair. Just had to ask.
It's just like what DT told Paige when she came into the league. There's one thing you're going to have to get used to, and that's losing. Because when you come from UConn, you're used to winning.
Yep.
So, that's one of the biggest adjustments that you're going to have to make. And right now, you can see the expression on Paige's face when they be losing the way that they be losing.
Yep, and that's true. That's real. And one of the quotes that I got from Paige that I use all the time now is Paige said, "Don't take criticism from anybody that you wouldn't take advice from." I was looking at that. I said, "Yo, Paige, you might be onto something, man. You might be onto something, yo. That's real talk right there, man." But now we got that out of the way. And we going from that, and I tried to put it in a place. I tried to bring it in with the Chris Paul. But Pittsburgh, Aaron Rodgers, right now. Y'all thoughts right now? We're on the NFL right now. Let's go before we get on out of here. Aaron Rodgers looks like he needs to be out of here. He shouldn't be on Pittsburgh. He shouldn't be on Crapsburg. I'm not going to say that right there. I'm not going to say what it is.
He should have just said, you know what? I'm hanging up my cleats. The fact that the Steelers passed over all them QBs in the draft and signed a 40-year-old has-been who can barely throw who tore his Achilles in practice before the Jets even got on the field last year, and you want to give him a 1-year contract? I'm sorry. Let me go calm my nerves real quick.
Aaron Rodgers is a bad man. Y'all wild.
He used to be a bad man.
Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Y'all, wait a minute, because it is on Huda. Go ahead, finish. Go ahead. It's on you, Huda. I want to hear your whole take before we even interact.
Okay, Aaron Rodgers is a bad man. He falls off. He had many hurt situations in Green Bay. He tore us apart. He's the boogeyman to the Lions. And then we whooped his ass and sent him out into the NFL. That's what happened once Dan Campbell came big time for that. But what happened before when he went over to the Jets? I mean, the Jets, come on. They got defense, offenses. They got the pieces, but they're not great.
Wait a minute. You said they got defense. Their offense is.
Yeah.
He is the quarterback.
He was
and
one
what
of
you're
the
saying, and he
got hurt.
Remember, this is after. Remember, this is after. Now we talking about after and stuff. Now, even. Go ahead.
Give that man protection, and Pittsburgh got it. I'm telling you.
Can't you say that same thing about Brock? You can't give everybody everything they want, but you just said
he's going to the Steelers.
But you just said the one thing. He's a bad man.
He's a bad man. And
so why are you worried about protection when he can get that out of there? Because he can read these zone blitzes. He can read everything that's going to cause him any harm to his body.
That's a fact. But guess what's crazy? His body don't move like how it used to. Like Peyton Manning, how he got his last one. So now he need people to actually be blockers.
It doesn't.
You dig what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like Green Bay kept a 1 or 2, a tackle, a center, a guard there. We had Frank Ragnow, salute to him and what he did on both ends. But, bruh, no. That man gets some protection. He's going to be Jared Goff, man.
I'm going to say this before I go.
And I don't like Jared Goff.
I see how JL did 3. He got major pushback. And I know my mom.
Is he a Steeler?
I know. Yeah, no. Just listen. Let me finish.
Okay, push back.
Before my mom's was a Niner and put me on to the Niners. My mom was a Steel Curtain fan, and
Ooh, talk
right
about it.
now, what Aaron Rodgers being there, Mom, what do you feel about that? Because I think it's crap. If you ask me, I think it's crap. He shouldn't be there. He doesn't have a position. He shouldn't even be playing in the league no more. He should have been retired 2 years ago. But it's not on me. Don't worry about my take or what I just said. What do you feel about Aaron Rodgers on that Steel Curtain, Mom?
Well, I ain't into football no more.
I know, but I'm
so
just saying from what you've
don't-
been through.
all I know is I've heard his name, so I don't even know what his game is like. So for me, I'm just sitting here listening to the debate right now. But I have no take on NFL. You guys already know that. See, to my defense, I don't do NFL. We talk about NBA, WNBA, NCAA.
And she gonna be on the Niners. She gonna be on the Niners with us too now. She gonna be on the Niners with us too. Now.
100.
She ain't gonna talk about the whole league. Hold up, look. You see how the lean in team? She gonna be on the whole team. She gonna be on the
I
Niners.
went from the Steel Curtain to Jerry Rice.
She did.
From Jerry
you go.
Rice,
She
I
did.
retired football.
She did.
I
Look,
retired
look,
football after Jerry Rice. The
100.
only thing that's
Y'all look-
going
y'all
on
look at me.
now, I have no idea. I have
Y'all
no
look at me.
interest in football anymore. So
Y'all look at me.
Well, you can go back to
All right.
your Steel Curtains
All right,
because
so
Aaron
hold on.
Rodgers is in town.
No. You good?
Promise.
JLE3. Go ahead and unleash
I
it.
promise.
Go ahead and unleash it on them.
Please do.
Okay. Well, first of all, like y'all said, Aaron Rodgers took his ass home 2 years ago.
He should have been gone out of here. He should not be here. Go ahead.
But-
I'm mad
but
living.
the
I'm
thing-
sorry.
But the thing is, if you just look at his time with the Jets, I mean, yes, he got hurt and he missed the majority of the season, but he did come back and try to play the end of the season and played like crap.
But the team was crap. So go ahead.
Well,
The defense was good.
He
Offense.
took up for it. Look, he tried to take up for it, JL83. Hold up, JL. Hold up. I got something for him.
Don't you ever talk about me.
You keep your mouth shut because when we was talking about that and all of the bad, no.
Bruh. Hey, look, real talk. They had Wilson and they had.
I'm not letting you go into it.
Hold that
I'm
thought.
not
I'll be
letting you
right
go
back.
into it. Let JLE go ahead and do his thing. I ain't gonna let you
Be
go
right
into
back.
it.
Yeah, hold
I'm gonna
that
let
thought.
you
I'll be
take
right
up.
back.
Look, okay.
Be right
Well,
back.
go ahead. While
Okay,
JLE
thank
doing
you.
his thing, go ahead.
Let me
You
make
got
these
it.
points here, man.
Let's
Good
go.
question.
Let's
Let me
go.
make these points.
I'm with
They
you.
went with Russell. They went with Fields. Fields, he supposed to be that man with the Bears, but he didn't have protection. And he liked to run. He liked to get out of there fast. But he did do the Steelers well while Russell was out. Russell was sticking there and take the hit. He was taking the hits. They didn't have what they supposed to have had. And Rodgers is smart enough to let a lineman know, hey, boom, them fellas don't. And shouts out to Russell, not saying he don't, because Russell will pull it and try to always go out and do his little I'm the Russell show. So respectfully, this ain't the Seahawks. He thought it was. They got him out of there for a reason. That's all I'm saying. Aaron Rodgers is in the right spot right now. I know what the boogeyman did. I got Stockholm syndrome over what he did to Detroit for many years, and he got Super Bowl rings. I ain't got nothing bad to say about that brother. A thumbs up to him. He has fucking, excuse my language. He has succeeded what millions of NFL players have went through to try to get, and they couldn't get it. And he carried the Green Bay Packers.
Well,
to
I
the
got
Super
bets
Bowl.
up. I got bets up on it because I don't believe in Aaron Rodgers at all. I think he's
Let's do
been
it.
trash, and
Let's do it.
I got bets up on it because I think it could have been something else. And
Go watch the
Slim,
footage, bro. He's a bad
Slim.
man.
What's yours on this Aaron Rodgers thing out there in Pittsburgh? Because one thing for me first, before I even pass that on to him, the man ain't even in green no more. You're trash. You're trash. You've been pushed out of the green era. You ain't doing nothing. But go ahead. What
No.
you got to say on that, Slim?
He need to go on to the house. He ain't got it no more.
So
He need to sit down somewhere.
It's over with, bro.
And we proved that NFC championship at the last game of the Georgia Dome. He ain't got it no more.
He ain't doing nothing but talking facts now.
Watch them Steelers. That's all I'm gonna tell you. They will be in the postseason. For
So
sure.
that's what we on?
You got it.
For sure.
Okay.
He ain't got it.
Yeah.
I don't think he does either at all in the
You
least,
think
Slim.
he'll be able to save him?
I know him. I watched him for years. I know
did
his
too,
game.
but I didn't even see him do that
I had to
against
watch
the
him twice a year.
I didn't even get to see him do that in any of the playoffs against San Francisco because he's got a losing record, and that's why he's never done it in the playoffs against
got
us
a
because
Super
he's lost to us.
In Green Bay. He got a
Hey,
Super Bowl.
wait a minute. Hood, I want to say this to you.
Yeah.
This is as a joke. Don't take
You
it
know,
hard
you
now.
look.
Oh,
you
trust
done-
me.
look,
Nah,
wait
you
a minute,
good.
wait.
Huda, you done heated Mom Dukes up. You done heated Mom
I
Dukes
just-
up.
I wanna say,
she was trying to chill.
All night we were talking about Detroit.
Yes, ma'am.
You Detroit everybody.
Yes.
How you gonna put your
He
Detroit
try to be
down?
a realist too, man.
Wait
He
a
try to be a
minute,
realist.
wait a minute, wait, Pete. How you gonna put your Detroit down and pick up Pittsburgh? Come on now.
No.
If you, let me tell you now. If you be around now. If you gonna beat Detroit, you beat Detroit, okay?
I am Detroit.
You say a slight something about Pittsburgh, but you don't go all in for the holler for Pittsburgh like me.
Hey, yo, she is spitting those things. Hey, look, she is spitting those things. You're taking up for a team that ain't yours like that.
I will fight you for my Lakers, but I will like you for somebody else on another team. But you going all out.
I'm a Broncos
for this Pittsburgh
AFC
team.
fan.
I just had to throw that there at you because, like I said,
Understood.
all night you've been hollering about Detroit.
Oh, yeah.
Detroit.
Detroit.
Now you want to holler about Pittsburgh. Come on now, get your team right. Get your team right.
So right now, before we even go into the next one, let's go ahead and get our teams right, man. You already know who me and T is riding with. You better know, and you better know that is half of the show right now, which is what started the Hater Debate show. 1 year ago today, San Francisco 49ers talk. That's what we're doing all day. Yeah. But yeah, that's what we're doing. San Francisco is out here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Y'all go ahead and represent your team. What's your teams out here? Huda, JLE, Mr. Slim. What? Yeah, you see him? He got the Falcons out there. He already told his team. What's your team out here? Huda, who you got?
Bro,
I
it
see
fair.
a little bit of blue. I see a little bit of blue.
I keep it fair. You know what I'm saying? I got two teams. One AFC, one NFC.
Okay.
Broncos and the Lions.
Let's
That
go.
was me.
Let's go. And how about you, JLE, the 3?
Well, since I've been playing fantasy football, I don't even have a team
I feel you. Get that money.
because I have learned, because I've been a Bears fan and I've been a Falcons fan.
Oh, man. Well, it's hard when you being a Bears fan, man. It's hard to get wins like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. I'm not going to talk over you.
No, you're right. Like, it's hard to be a Bears fan, and it's even harder to be a Falcons fan. Because Sunday to Sunday, you don't know what way they going.
Shit, y'all beat us when we was peaking and y'all wasn't even relevant. Y'all did that. I can say that honestly.
I mean,
And look at your partner that's right beside you.
Yeah,
Slim, no, he know it too.
Yeah,
I took it, boy.
Hey, Michael Penix about to show out, bro.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's gonna be nice.
He's going to show out.
Speaking of which,
They got something to fight with this year. Them Falcons are going to probably be like 10-7. No, let me stop. I give them
All right,
about
y'all.
13-4.
All right, y'all. So go ahead, finish up on your take. Go ahead,
but
on JLD.
speaking of Atlanta, speaking of Atlanta and Pittsburgh, at that matter, see, I don't even know why Pittsburgh went and got Aaron Rodgers. Because number one, he's older and he just came off a torn Achilles.
I can't say older. I just say old.
Oh,
He's
okay.
out of here.
Okay.
Go ahead, bro.
They could have called up Atlanta and tried to trade for Kirk Cousins.
Why not?
They can have him.
And look, you see what Slim said. He don't want him no more. He's out of here. If you ask Slim, he's out of here.
But I will say, shout out to Kirk Cousins' agent, because he be getting him that. He get
the bag. He get the bag every time.
He get him the bag.
And speaking of the bag, we got
But no ring.
We got Lamar Jackson coming up on the contract terms. And why does it always seem like every other year or something like that we're talking about Lamar Jackson in contract terms, and I thought it was just not too long ago. He was good for a while. Y'all, all of us know he's up for terms with a contract right now, right? Walking into this season right now,
The Ravens trying to
Jackson is
get
going into it.
Jameson Williams, man. They offered that man $150 million contract, and he turned it down to come back to the Detroit Lions this year because he on his year for it to get extended. He's going to take less money for sure because we got a lot of players to pay.
Right, and that's what they tried to do that at the same time because Lamar Jackson. This is his last season on his contract.
Right.
This isn't him walking into not a season with no contract. This is his last season. So that's good for both of them to have because they can pay him. And they know Lamar, out of all quarterbacks in the NFL, if they don't know this, he's always taking quarterback-friendly contracts. He's taking the neighborhood cut and everything to make sure he had pieces around him, to have some money left in the organization, but still pay him handsomely for what he does, man. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. But how about these last couple of weeks, I saw somebody slide down because his dad is a superstar. His dad is a Hall of Famer. His dad is one of the best that ever done it. His dad is one of the best coaches. His dad took Jacksonville State to what they've done. His dad took Colorado to what they've done, and everybody acted like they didn't want to pick Shador, and now this man is rising above the top and where he is, and everybody else, every other team is trying to keep this on the hush because the man is rising up like cream always does. Cream of the crop rises, and this man is playing football. He's playing football on all the non-mandatory training camps and on the mandatory training camps. He's out there performing better than every quarterback that's on the list. What is y'all takes on that?
Whoever want to go first, I wait or I go first.
Since you already talking, go ahead.
No, I'm gonna let my cheat sheet go first. Go ahead, brother. I'm gonna let you go first. So you got it.
Okay, well, I mean, obviously, they're gonna hate on Shador because they didn't draft him until the 5th round, so that's an automatic L for the NFL.
Right, especially with all of the other head coaches and other executives that knew that the man was better. This man, nobody else pays attention to or talks about a lot. He was endorsed by Tom Brady, not just spoke upon, but the man signed him and had him under contract. You think Tom Brady is putting his name on trash?
No.
No.
What are we talking about here?
Brother, one thing you have to understand is his competition is Joe Flacco.
But you look at all of
That's
the
what
other
I'm
teams.
saying.
Look, you look at all of the other teams that needed quarterbacks.
Yeah.
He's better than all of them, but what you're saying,
He's going to be QB1.
Nah. Let me finish. Because what you said, Joe Flacco is no slouch.
Duh, that's why I said that.
But that's the only person he's battling against, but he's doing better than him.
He's going to be QB1.
But if you look at all of the other teams that chose over him with their quarterbacks, it's almost like what we were talking about 30 minutes ago when New York Knicks fired their coach and got nobody there right now to back up for that. All the coaches that they tried to get to back him up are saying, no, we're under contract and we ain't being a part of that. But when you look at this in this situation, bro, come on, man.
I want Shador.
I would have rather had him in New York.
And I would have rather had him in Detroit.
See, either one, because of the simple fact that I believe in him as a quarterback.
I do too. At first, I was on some nepotism stuff, but
shout out to Pete
real,
on the Bump and Run podcast, Because he said, yeah, he's doing this thing, but we're going to have to see what's going on. Pete, this
He could
man's
be a
beating
practice
everybody.
warrior, bro.
I don't care what he beats out or anything. Only thing that I said about this guy is his pocket presence, who he is as a quarterback, what he does at that quarterback position. He deserved that right. He didn't deserve the hate when they tried to get him out of there because his dad's mouth. His dad can always talk that talk because nobody was better than him at anything that he did. And they tried to take that on him. That's why his draft stock fell. It was no other reason. There was no other reason. Everybody else that was in the draft, the NFL draft, they got it because they deserved to be there. He deserved to be there, but he fell because these other NFL coaches wanted to try to get him out of there. But now he's doing things that they need him to do. I'm proud about that. He didn't solidify it all the way, but I do believe that he'll get that, and I think he'll be there, man.
I got to see him preseason. It's
my
different.
dad-
You could be a practice warrior and get in the game and fumble the whole game away.
I don't
They
think
have
he'll do
practice
it.
warriors.
I don't think he'll do it.
I
Look
don't
at
think
how-
so either, but I still
Look how he
gotta see it.
changed around Colorado and Jacksonville.
I still
It's a
got to see
difference.
it, bro.
I do. I believe that.
I'm
And
gonna
I
be
can take
honest.
that too.
But I believe in him though. I just got to see that he gonna be exactly what I feel he's going to be. That I feel he's going to be, but I got to see it first. I can't just go off the hype train and the little practice here, little practice. I got to see him in the NFL game when a 357-pound man is rushing at you, trying to take your head off, and somebody missed the block. Pocket presence
I
goes
can say
to
this. I can say this. When you're in practice, you still have those things like that. Only thing is they can't hit you.
practice warriors. That's what I'm
But-
telling you. You got
but
your great
whole-
ones
but the
in
whole
practice,
thing
but then
is-
you get in the
but-
game and be.
But see, you can also put that on the terms of what Brock Purdy is, and we're getting on to that
Hey,
too.
you is hating the hell out of Brock Purdy.
Because the man cannot throw a football down the field, and a quarterback's job is to do what?
My brother do not like Brock
Wait a
Purdy.
minute. Wait a minute. No. Now you got me wrong. Now you got me wrong.
Right.
Now you got me wrong. I
So
accepted all the things he did for us. I
Okay.
appreciated all of it. But the things that you missed is I don't like he can't throw a ball that's wet.
I was getting ready to say
do
that.
not- I do not like that
Shit,
he
you just
cannot
called.
play quarterback when you're needed to play quarterback. That's not fair. How can you get $260 million off of only being able to play quarterback in fair weather? And then when you lose, who's going to get fired?
Coach.
And look at our coaches we had before Kyle Shanahan. Trash. Garbage. Garbage.
No, y'all had a hard
Kyle
ball,
Shanahan.
ain't it?
Nah,
Wasn't he good?
we
Y'all
did.
had a hard ball?
And we did, and look what he did.
What did he do? I forgot.
Lost.
Oh,
Sent down to college, won championships, came
Yeah,
back. Now
it's
he's
so
out there
different.
in the Chargers. But guess what?
Kentucky.
In the
Wildcats.
NFL, you ain't did nothing. We ain't talking about all of the extra things you could do when everything's padded with you. We're talking about when all the odds are stacked against you, which the NFL is every day. No. And when you got all of that good talent against you and you can't throw it when the ball's wet, and Kyle Shanahan doesn't even practice when it's like that, T, you better tell him something.
Man, fuck Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, you can't. And he knows this. No. Y'all laughing, but he knows this because he's an Atlanta fan. And he played for y'all when they lost that.
All you had to do is run the ball.
That's it.
Yeah.
It was up. All they had to do was run the clock out.
And wasn't he offensive coordinator at that time?
Yes.
Run the clock out, bro. That's
Yeah.
all. That's what he was.
They had that. It
clock
was
out.
like 28-3.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's all you had to do is run the clock out.
How did he get that job?
That's all you had to do.
How did he
made
get
that
that job?
All you had to do was run the ball. Have 4 minutes left. That's it. Just run the ball.
I'm a 49er fan through and
I'ma
through.
tell you-
Okay,
I'ma
I'm a ready
tell-
to go
I'm-
girl.
How you get the
Go to
job?
Pete.
I'm
Go
gonna
to
tell
Pete.
all y'all how good and how confident Kyle Shanahan is. Steve Wilkes got fired the day after they lost the Super Bowl, right?
And that was Kyle's fault.
Now
Kyle ain't
remember,
no rules.
no. Remember, they went to the Super Bowl with his defense. The year after, when he wasn't there, we went 6-11. Case and point. I got nothing else to say on that. Everything else spoke itself.
Like I said, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go through and through. But when you, as the head coach, come back and say you weren't sure about the rules, when that is your job to know.
You supposed to know this? Come on, man.
This is what they doing out there in San Fran, man.
I'm
hey,
a 49er fan through and through.
I mean, the Falcons land. I mean, I'm sorry, everywhere around. How he get a job in San Fran after pulling such a bonehead move?
Because of his daddy. That's why. Getting off his daddy.
Nepotism.
I got 2 more topics for y'all before we get out of here.
Yes, sir.
The first one, Brandon Ayuk is unhappy, and he's been unhappy, and we knew this. But you're hurt, so your equity and everything you could bring for us, your tones and everything should be on quiet, and I'm chill and trying to get back to prove something. But I think he's trying to get his way over there with Debo in Washington. I'm real mad that San Francisco got rid of him over there. But my thing is not only just that, with Debo being there, but with Scary Terry not being happy with his contract going into it this year, do y'all think with that 31 and that $32 million contract with them too, do you think that'll be an even swap, or do you think that's going to happen?
Terry don't be injured.
I'm gonna start. Wait.
Oh, go ahead.
But listen, before you say that, Terry don't want to be there. He doesn't want anything to do with Washington, no more than Ayuk wants to be in San Francisco. So that is, for the price, the perfect swap. But at the same time, we're still talking about, the players and what we got after all of these. I think that will be the perfect swap because Terry don't want to be there, and Ayuk don't want to be here. Go ahead, Huda. We'll go around after you, Huda. Go ahead.
That would make no sense, and I don't think it's anywhere going to be a part of what happens.
Start from the no sense.
Okay, fair. Brandon has solidified a lot in San Fran. Like, he pulled out shit against us that was pulled out the ass. He caught the ball off a man's helmet to fucking turn the game around where we get our ass whooped.
He didn't catch it off his helmet. He just caught it off in the, the bounce.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. Bam, boom. Dildo is a piece of work. I'm glad he's out of there.
If that was Scary Terry, he would have just caught that without the bounce because he would have been fast enough to beat that route.
Yeah, I understand your argument of trying to get Scary Terry.
But that's what I'm saying on the argument.
We don't need
I want to argue over the shrimps. Because Scary Terry is a better wide receiver than Brandon Ayuk, healthy or not. It's been proven.
That's fair, but I'm still trying to get with that. Doesn't make sense. Exactly. Why would they give y'all a better wide receiver?
There you go.
Versus Brandon Ayuk.
Because of the simple fact that Terry don't want to be there no more.
So what?
He does not want to.
It's a lot of jobs out here people go to, but they don't be wanting to be there. Do your job.
I said this all year. But guess what?
Do your job.
But guess what? When you want out, they're gonna
Detroit will take you.
They're gonna get you out. Yeah, exactly. See? Look at that. There it is. That's a look. I'm not mad at that because that's the truth. Other teams will, but the whole time, and what we're talking about.
Come on, Brandon.
That's almost. Do you think?
Come on, Scary.
Do you think that will be an even trade if they got Ayuk for him straight up?
I do though. Honestly, if Brandon can stay healthy, bro, I think so.
But see, this is the thing. He coming back from the injury, and here's my thing. What people that got to say that it wouldn't be a fair trade, Brandon Ayuk is not only one of the best route runners, he's one of the best blocking receivers downfield that you can ever have on your team. You can't name 2 wide receivers.
I'm not
gonna say I'm not gonna say one because I know that's far stretch. But you can't find 2 wide receivers that's gonna block downfield like Brandon Ayuk will.
I just did. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Amon-Ra.
Drake London.
Ramen Noodles. St. Brown.
I said it like the sports takers. Amon-Ra.
Nah, but look. We're not talking about willing defenders or willing blockers. We're talking about effective.
Yeah.
There's a difference. Nah, look. You said that, too hype. And I know this is your team. Look, this is your team like this is mine. Brandon Ayuk, what I can say about him is the same I can say for Brandon Jennings.
Okay.
When you got 49ers wide receivers, bro, we don't just block. They block beyond compare, bro.
You gotta see what we
There's
do.
not your team don't block like us.
Are you crazy?
You're saying, look, you're saying you got to see. Listen to me.
You had a better run game.
No, listen to this one thing. You're saying you got to see. It's all out there. All you got to do is look it up.
Exactly.
You can look it up in the playoffs. You can look it up in the regular season. Amon-Ra St. Brown is a great wide receiver, but he's not half. Listen. He's not half. Listen, he's not.
What are we
half.
doing here?
He's not half the wide receiver blocking as Jennings is to get on the level of Ayuk.
Oh man.
Jennings will outblock Amon-Ra St. Brown. And this is when we're saying this is putting Jennings on the page of Amon-Ra St. Brown is disrespect because you saw what he did. This man got flags because he gonna take you down.
Brother, all you got to do is look at the Russian, and you'll know who has blocked.
Now you gotta look. You gotta look at downfield. You gotta look at the plays, and you gotta look at where it comes from and what we're talking about, bro. Jennings is better, and this is what we're talking about. Jennings is better, and Ayuk is better downfield than Jennings. Jennings is the standard for us, bro.
Oh, that's y'all.
But bro, this is what I'm saying from us. There's not no. How many players you got? How many players you got in the league? Period. That blocked you to the goddamn cooler.
Jameson Williams. I just told you that.
How many times?
4. Oh, way more. Bro, because
No. You said 4. You said 4. You said 4. Then you said way more. That means that means it's on feelings right now.
Listen. Our mantra in Detroit is block to get the rock.
Bro, that's the truth. That's the truth. But they don't do that. They don't do that.
They do. How you think we had a 15-2 regular season record?
Ben Johnson, and he's gone.
Bro, no, our defense too. What you mean?
Y'all didn't win because of y'all defense. Y'all won because of y'all offense. And he designed all y'all plays.
He really did. Dan Campbell called something too.
Dan Campbell called them. He designed them. He can call anything. Look, he can call anything, but Dan Campbell designed them.
Everything Ben Johnson called had been done before. Everything.
There was, but not by your head coach.
He did.
Look, they weren't done by your head coach. They were done by other teams in history that was proven to be great. That's why he went ahead and did those things.
Oh, that's why Dan Campbell said, go for it.
Yep.
He believed in his game.
Yep, because he believed in his offensive coordinator.
Block to get the rock. So to say that y'all got the best blocking, you got to stop.
Yeah, we do. Who's better? Matter of fact, I'll even start it from I started from the simplest form. You don't have a tight end, and there's no tight end ever made that's better than George Kittle.
Okay, yeah, we have the youth of George Kittle.
No,
I'm
not talking about.
Yes, sir.
No, because you just. All right, well, in what way? In what way? Blocking or running?
Both.
That's a lie.
Bruh, oh my God. And Brock Wright. What are
You
we
playing
doing
yourself.
here?
Look,
bro?
look, you playing yourself. He's
promise
nothing
you I'm
on.
not.
He's nothing on Kittle.
I promise you.
Kittle was raised like he came up in the hood with me and you when we was making beats. He was catching passes in that dirt driveway in the trailer park across the street from the Magic Market. That's where Kittle came from.
Same program. Hawkinson. Goddamn.
So you're telling me they're better than Kittle?
Sam Laporta will be. Yes.
Nah. We're talking about now.
There.
We're talking about now.
We got
Ain't
weapons
nothing.
on
No, bro.
game.
No. But see, this is where you're missing.
Game.
We talk. This is where you're missing. This is where you're
Block
missing.
Yes.
This is where you're missing. We're talking about now blocking and passing.
Yes.
There's nothing like
Russian
George
rapper.
Kittle and tight end. That's why Kelsey's not even talked about like that because they tried to do the over him when he was with Mahomes, but when they didn't win and when he was getting embarrassed because he wasn't doing his thing because what?
Right,
First, as a tight end, you need to do? You need to protect. What does Kittle do? What does Kittle do? You seen Kittle pancake somebody to the ground, still get up and get yak after that. You ain't seen that.
Watch. Oh, Laporta has done it, bro. Laporta even got that nasty one-hand catch.
I'm asking about it. I'm asking about it. He's got that. You said
he got
that.
It all, bro.
You said you said that one-handed catch.
You
know how many one-handed catches? Look, you know how many one-handed catches Kittle got?
Not this smooth. I promise you.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. You just didn't watch it because you're not a 49ers fan.
You ain't been watching us.
I did, and I'm not a hater.
And you know what? I did. I watch all football games actually.
Why do you think that one that he had was better than the one with double coverage and still pulling it out was better?
That's why he made it look good. Like we look good.
Like I told you, it's the Detroit. I put mine to the side. He added that to the side over there. Man, let's show some love, man. If you got a backer like that, you can't lose, man. I ain't mad at you, Hoodoo, man. I ain't mad at
you, brother. I can't wait to see y'all this year.
Man, I ain't mad at you, man.
In the finals, NFC Championship, San Fran, Detroit. Let's get it back there.
I ain't mad at you at all for
Make
that.
it happen. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't mean to.
Oh man, y'all good, man. For everybody, for the last topic before we get out of here, Antonio Brown being called up on attempted murder charges.
You talking about that? I'm here. Remember?
One at a time. Let's go around the building, y'all. Antonio Brown, attempted murder.
Trey got the church finger.
I got what?
You got the church finger.
He was out there. He took a pistol from a security guard
and shot somebody, didn't he?
But look, no, he didn't shoot anybody. He was shooting at them to protect himself. But the whole thing where he was wrong was he took a pistol that wasn't registered to him. We know all that's wrong. If you're going to shoot a gun, you need to hit your target, because if you're just shooting, any bystander could be done there. What my take is on it, bro, you were wrong, and you need to turn yourself in, and you need to go ahead and let the courts decide what they're going to do from that, because you were wrong taking a gun that wasn't yours. You had security. I don't know where they were, and that's who you need to be on your defense, because why are you taking a gun from somebody after fighting somebody off of you? That's not fair. That's not fair. That's not right. That's stupid, man. Come on. Mom, what you got on that?
I don't have anything on that. Pass on by.
All right. She gave her pass on it. T, what you got on it, T?
One, we all know Antonio Brown. We all know that elevator don't go to the top floor anymore.
Right.
So
whoever the people was robbing him, they was in trouble already. Man. Go ahead.
Exactly.
Yeah, go ahead.
And we all know antagonizing that man ain't gonna do nothing but make a little problem a bigger problem. So I'm like, when I saw the story, I texted JLE like
Jelly the 3.
I hit my fantasy league and said, y'all see a beta got arrested, but I haven't, like I said, you got more into the story than I did. I was dealing with a death in the family, so I haven't gotten a chance to delve into it. I just happened to see that, and I'm just like, what can go wrong now? Because all I can think of is when he started up in New England, and New England, them boys, they had some issues,
right? And then the Tampa Bay.
Yeah, so and then when he walked off the field, so there ain't no telling what it is and what the story is. But if the story,
but see, this different. This situation is different. It's outside of the teams. This is outside of the field. This is outside of that. This is somebody actually attacking him.
If it's a self-defense, a wait for a self-defense case to be made. Mm-hmm. Like you said, turn yourself in and let it play out in the courts. But the problem is if these people got lawyers or got sense, a lot of stuff is going to be thrown in. But at the same time, if he got a good lawyer, a lot of things can be thrown in to show that this man ain't wrapped too tight. So he don't know what's a threat and what's not. So he gonna do what he need to do to make sure he ain't the one in the hospital.
And for everybody that's taking the concealed weapons test and passed that and got to take the concealed weapon as well as myself, you already know if I was in fear of my life is your explanation, then that's what it is, man. It's crazy. You explained it, and that's all the way fullest to a strong point on somebody not trying to be in middle of the situation type thing and understanding the laws and what we have in place. I can't argue with your take at all. You have the perfect take for that. I'd commend your take, and I'd say I'm on that time right there because the man is crazy. He's a loose cannon like that or whatever. He is a celebrity, but at the same time, he's got to conduct himself. But I'm not going to get into it. 803 Slim, what you got for that, man?
Anytime you see a man walk on the field and it's cold outside with no shirt on, on the field by himself, leave him alone.
Right.
Anytime a man can run down the field and kick you in your chest.
I forgot all about that one.
And that was a punter. That was a punter that he kicked. It was just for everyone. Hold up. For everybody that don't know, that was the punter that he kicked in that situation.
Get the mess out of him.
You know what I'm talking about? Go ahead, Slim. Finish your point, man.
Hey, you don't bother nobody like that. Let him have it. You got it. No. Did you want to knuckle with the man? Didn't they try to jump him or something like that?
Yeah, they did. It was two people on him when he grabbed the gun from the security person that was in front of him because he wasn't using it.
See? Right there. Leave them alone. But they've been wanting to get AB anyway for some shit. Yep. So,
ain't that a conspiracy type of thing too?
Oh,
the man that was trying to take him up out of here at the same time because his non-compliance with the NFL. Go ahead, bro. I ain't gonna go on the conspiracy. Go ahead, get your point, bro.
Leave him alone. This man smile at you and talk shit like he nonchalant with it. Yep. But yet he'll get on your head. He'll get on you. So just pause, but leave him alone. But
I think he's like the Jimmy Buckets of the NFL, bro.
No, Slim, and you gotta remember. You gotta think about this. Brady brought him to Tampa Bay with him, and then he flipped on Brady like it was just a light switch.
Yep.
Get you, bro.
Yep, and that's when he came out there with no shirt on.
Yep, walked off the field. But see, at the same time, I wouldn't say he flipped on Brady. Brady knew what he needed to get that extension, and I don't care what nobody else say for that. He could have got that man that money like Chris Paul and all these guards that we know that would have got their person. You got 35. You about 6 points away from breaking the record, and I can go ahead and get these assists. He would have got him that. That man stopped throwing him the ball. Period. Stop looking his direction. Everything.
Well, you know that's when the business part of the NFL kicks in.
Yeah, because that's his money. That's not just. Remember, this wasn't him just talking about records. That was his money because he took a smaller contract too.
Yep.
Sure did.
And his was in incentives. And those incentives that they was taking when he took his shirt off was why he did it. Yep. He didn't do that because, no, I'm just being wild. No, y'all know I'm this close to getting this that I'm supposed to get. And y'all putting me out, you tuning me out? Brady, you know I've been here with your wife. I've been here with your family. All right. Now look what happened. Now I'm dating your wife. I'm talking to your wife. How does that feel? That you did me like that. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you got me like that? Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Go ahead, JLE. Let's hear what you got to say about it, man.
Okay, first of all, can we please give Tom Brady the biggest L?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But to kind of piggyback off of what T said, when she sent me the story, what did I say?
What he do now?
Yeah, that's the first thing I said. But the second thing I said was I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But and the question is anybody really surprised? Because y'all talk about what he did in New England and Tampa Bay. All this stuff started in Pittsburgh.
Yep, it sure did.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he kicked that. That's when he kicked that damn punter. I remember it. I watched that right up the street from here, and I was like, "Yo, he didn't even try to fake him out. He could have faked him and ran it back. It would have been a penalty. You kicked the kicker in the chest.
Yeah,
that was the easiest juke in the world. You kicked him and stomped on him when you kept continuing to run. But hey, I'm go ahead, JLE.
Well, now in the situation itself, now if he grabbed the security guard's gun because he was getting jumped, then
and he was, and they showed on camera.
Then
it was 3 to 4 people, but he was only talking about the 2 people that was really going for his jewelry. So go ahead, bro.
Well, according to the Constitution, even though it doesn't specifically say anything about self-defense, it does say that you have the right to bear arms for self-defense.
Stand your ground.
And also, a lot of states, they have a common law about
stand your ground.
Yeah, they have that stand your ground law. So now, if where this situation occurred has a stand your ground law, then legally Antonio Brown can use that in court.
True. I think he'll beat that from where he was, because I think if he was anywhere else, he wouldn't have done that, because he knows the law, and he also knows, like, if anything, if he was even in other places where he could have defended himself, like, you got to think about this like this, man. We've seen people in security positions let down people and people get killed. But we watched this man say, no, this ain't happening to me. They been waiting to off me. They been waiting to do this for me. They been waiting to find a reason to get me out of here. Nope, not today. Now, I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. I wasn't on the scene. I don't know the state. I don't know how it goes, but my guess is how he did it. I'm hoping and I'm praying he was in a position where that you can have that position. I mean, that pistol in your hand, because he's not a felon, so he can have that. But taking it from the security guard, that's what's really going to be under camera, because why does he have to take this from you when you're, as a security guard, you're letting the man get the brakes beat off of him to a point where he has to take your gun at the same time fighting off 2 people.
I mean, he I mean, he could also file a civil lawsuit against the security guard.
Yes, he can.
Because
And not only them, but
he wasn't doing his job.
yeah, and he really could. He really could. And you know how hard they're on him and what he's doing, how hard they'll make it for him to get that case. That's crazy.
And like Slim said, you know, somebody who will be outside in the cold with their shirt off, don't mess with them. Like, don't mess with them because they're not all the way up there.
Yeah, for real. His elevator don't go all the way to the top. Clearly, everybody even knows that though.
Like,
even the fans know that.
I mean, this is the same dude who be on Twitter wilding, talking about. I bet Caitlin Clark got a good cat. Like, seriously, dude.
And see, this my thing, Jay. This is my thing, Jay. I can't say he wilding because I don't know what he on. I ain't on that. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, I ain't on that. But at the same time, when there's life in hand, I'm gonna do anything to make it back home.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm coming home. I'm coming home, man. I don't care. My mom know it. My gun is in my car all of the time. I don't use it. I don't flash it.
Don't tell the people.
I'm not this individual. Yes, but when it comes to me making it home, I'm coming home.
That's the point.
But
at the same time, we talked about this on I'm Here podcast.
That's right.
Before they even had brought it to where it was more into light, we was in the behind the scenes of this man was seen with a gun chasing down a blogger that he claimed tried to take his jewelry. Is there more footage or not to that? If not, then the blogger was backing out.
That was more like a situation type thing, and they got that into him having that gun and doing that.
Yeah, but he pulled it out of his pants. He didn't grab it from nobody. Unless it's some other footage.
No. That was he didn't grab it from somebody. He grabbed that out of security.
I show you the footage now.
Yeah.
I think we watched it together.
Can we? Yeah, we did. We did.
Yeah,
we did. We watched when it all jumped off. We did have that on there.
Out the door like,
man, y'all better pay attention to what we doing on Head of Debate. We had this before. It's what it is right now. We had that, and now we're reiterating what happened.
It don't got further.
In the beginning.
Nobody charged him at first. We was talking about what had happened.
For real. He's in self-defense mode.
Now he's, I don't know, bro. Dude,
but the hardest thing is,
bro.
The hardest thing is him being self-defense mode. He took a gun from security, which puts you in.
How do we know that? Is footage? More footage?
Yes.
Because from the footage we had, he pulled it from his pants. And
no, not on that situation. He didn't pull that from his fans. He pulled that from the security guard.
So it got to be more footage. I got to go check into that.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you right now. Go check it out.
I got to go back and check more.
He pulled that strap from the security guard's waist.
So it showed him grab it from his waist because he was chasing the dude, cocking it back.
Yes.
While he was backing out the garage, like, nah, I don't want nothing. It ain't even that. And dude got packed out. Then he pulled the gun. How is that self-defense? Your security guards packed the dude out where he like, nah, man, fuck that. I'm out.
Wait a minute, but you saying how is that self-defense when they packed him out?
But they packed him out.
But look, you saying they packed him out and all of that right there. How many times we got in the clubs with straps and they packed us out? Stop playing.
Yeah. So why are we coming back for more gunplay when we already just whooped your ass?
Because somebody is getting shot at, or you know what I mean?
He did the shooting. He didn't even shoot at him. He shot in the air, bro. That was an air shot.
And that's the only. And look, and that's the only problem because of the simple fact that he got the gun from security as an NFL former player.
See that part.
Yeah,
because I swear I see.
Yeah, the whole thing. The whole thing was up there like that, man. It's the whole thing, and it is up there. And I wish I had that so we could scroll that like how we did the Angel Reese thing.
Hey, 100.
Hey, yo, shout out to Shaq and Allen Iverson for being the vice president and the president of Reebok and bringing them back to where they're supposed to be. I like those Angel Reese's. I'm not gonna say they're as nice as the what's names was, but I
Angel
do
Reese
like them.
Campbell,
But
girl.
the whole thing with AI is he's trying to get them on the point where the girls' shoes could be worn on the same point in the aspect as the men's shoes could, and I like that right there, right there.
I love it.
Hey, but shout out to Angel Reese for getting her first triple double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If what 100, I am an
Yeah.
Andrew Reese fanboy. Yo, for real, for real.
But yeah, I
fucks
am
with
too, man. She's fine as all outdoors.
Yes,
She
she
is
is.
the Bayou Barbie.
What?
She
The
is.
only thing that I don't like about Angel Reese is
She can't make a
doesn't
layup.
like. Nah. I'll even take that. But she doesn't like Caitlin Clark because
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark is a better player. It's not.
Bro, they
because
gotta
she's-
bring the money
Listen
to
to
the
me.
league.
Listen to me. Listen to me. No, listen. No, wait. Listen to me on this one point. She doesn't like Caitlin Clark because she's a better player.
She is a better player.
And she just happens to be white.
Right.
Otherwise, there is come on, man. She plays with everybody else. She does her thing, but even on that foul, what we showed on the video, and I showed you on that,
That time
she
hit
got
her.
up. Look,
Hit her on the camera.
up. She
On the
got up
turn.
from that foul with the look in her eyes of,
Come on.
"I'm going to beat your behind.
I'm
I'm not going to play basketball no more. I'm going to beat you behind." JLE, come on, talk to me. Go ahead, talk to me.
Okay. Well, first of all, I don't think Angel Reese doesn't like Caitlin Clark.
I don't need.
No, they're not. They don't even play the same position.
They
build it.
have a,
And that's what Huda said.
they have a healthy respect for each other, and they're both competitors. They don't.
I can't say that because of that last play and what I'm talking about. That respect was not. I got you.
Well,
But that respect was not there because of the simple fact that how us in the black community do things and how we do not accept things. When I say we do things, you saw she got up on the floor and was ready to fight. How you accept things, Jordan did it. He got choked. He choked Reggie Miller. But at the end of the day, when it was all on you, what did you do? Who did you blame it on? Who did you talk about? Nope. You apologized, you accepted it, and you did it. When she did it, it wasn't even on nobody else. She was blaming referees and stuff like that. When the referees, they got the call wrong. That should not have been a flagrant. She didn't foul you like that. She fouled you lightly. The foul that you gave her prior on that prior play was much harder, but they didn't call it. Just like in the NBA when they do that.
Did you not see? Because now I would have agreed with you on it being a common foul, but now they did the replay over several times.
We did too.
And we did it. We did too. You heard Huda. We did it too.
And the reason Caitlin Clark got a flagrant is because she fouled her to keep her from making the shot, but she grabbed her arm and threw her to the ground.
But see, this is the thing.
And hit her camel toe.
Wait a minute. Here's the thing, and where you're wrong, and where you gotta watch that foul with bias instead of I like this player over there. The difference is there was no foul in a flagrant way. She did not push her to hurt her. She pushed her in the sense of, listen to me. She pushed her in the sense of, this is Russell Westbrook versus Karl Anthony Towns. I got to make sure you don't hit this and make the point. But the whole thing, T, what did I show you on that foul? She didn't foul her and push her to the ground. She did not do that. That was what the black community said because they are racist. And they can hold on. Let me clearly get this out because all of them that have problems with me on saying this, go ahead and debate me. You're mad that the girl didn't do her like you thought she did. She didn't do nothing but stop her from scoring a basket. She didn't flagrantly foul her. And her body, she's not strong enough to do it. And
I'm not.
Look. If you look at the foul and how she got pushed and how Angel Reese did the LeBron James after that. When you do things like that, the referees can't clearly see, but after the play, when they clearly saw, and it was all out in the open, Caitlin Clark still had to pay that fine. But guess what her teammate said? I'm paying this. Because that was bull. That was bull.
Nah, they're just good friends.
Of course, they agreed to pay. They're gonna take her side because she didn't.
Right.
No. But
We wearing the same colors.
But with y'all two taking up for her side, and on what I'm saying, on all the different angles and all of the different things that y'all even saw, she didn't foul her. Look, she didn't foul her like that. Y'all are tripping off of. Look, y'all are tripping off of. That's y'all black homegirl, and we can't do this in order for the WNBA. Nah. In order for the WNBA to grow, we can't do this. I don't care what you saying on that. That's crap. That's
I don't
crap.
do black and white.
You watched it. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? And we can't do that. And what we saw on that, she didn't get fouled like that, bro.
She got fouled.
Bull.
Like that. Yeah,
That's bull,
like
bro.
that.
She got fouled. Look. Listen to me. She got fouled.
Okay, fair.
That's all.
Yeah.
She didn't get flagrantly fouled. She got fouled. That's all.
I don't think it was a flagrant.
Look, and after that, if you watch the replay and how the replays come in effect, her acting at the end negated the foul. Wait. Her acting at the end negated the foul. If you watched it, but you didn't, that's why your argument is on what it is, and I appreciate that, and I'll accept it. But listen. I'm this black. I voted for Obama because he's the black president.
But you're American.
Nah. But listen, at the same time, I understood if it was somebody that had a better plan, I would have went for that. And in that situation, it wasn't a better plan. That would have divided and would have broke the WNBA because that girl did not foul her like that. T, talk to me.
Okay, so here's where I have my issues. Okay, it was a foul. Yes. Was it a flagrant? Depending. That's why they caught. That's what I caught. I don't think it was necessarily a flagrant.
Before you go on, let's address everything as it goes. On what? Because she didn't grab her, and I showed you on the show, and you saw that. Wait. Nope. We're not skipping, and we're not glazing. Shit. And I'm sorry, that was my first curse word tonight. That was my first curse word tonight. But we're not glazing nothing. And what you're trying to do is say this like that. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm with you. I'm with you. Let's go. Okay. I'm with it. I'm with you.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Let me get my point.
Let's go.
Yes, it was a foul. We can all agree it was a foul because everybody knows when you play, you were taught to stop the person from scoring.
It was a foul.
It was a foul. I don't think it was a flagrant. I think it should have been more of an intentional foul, not a flagrant.
Fair.
Yes.
I'll take that.
I think it should have been an intentional foul.
AT, you see how Huda changed his, and that don't make sense because that's the same argument that he was arguing against, but it's just a woman saying the same thing he was arguing against. Bro, you gotta hold up.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
No. You can't say that. You can't agree with T because T is on the terms of right down the middle. She's right down the middle. You weren't.
Right is right. I wasn't.
All right. Okay. Can I
that's how I get down, though. You know what I mean?
I got you. And you know I ain't mad at you. You know I ain't mad at you.
Huda, about me,
Huda, I'm sorry to bring you out. I'm sorry to bring you out.
Brother,
but you already know we ain't doing that. Go ahead, T.
Hey, if she right, she right. I can't say nothing.
Go ahead, T. Finish cooking.
It was a foul. It should have been intentional, not a flagrant. And we all learned like you got to sell the fouls. That's something else you learn after a while. You got to sell the fouls. So
wait a minute. Wait 1 minute. What you just said is why the game is so trash. Because you're lying. You said you got to sell a foul. If you sell a foul that's not there, which she just did, and the point that you're trying to make before you go there, ain't no damn way. Ain't no way you trying to sell a foul on somebody or something that didn't happen. Yes, you can sell it, but the whistle was blown. The whistle was blown. But when you go to sell it, remember, who's taller? Who's bigger in that situation?
You ain't let me
Wait a minute. I know
point.
it, but I only didn't do it.
You can't make a point.
I didn't do it. Yeah, I didn't do it because that point was going to be made on irrelevance.
No,
and I'm not doing that. Here on Hater Debate is facts, data, and statistics. We're not making points off of fakeness. We're not doing it. JLE, are we doing that? We're not doing it.
Hold on.
Let me finish. Because say they do it both in both leagues. Is it right? No, it is not right.
But see, now you said both leagues. But, and we can go off of that, but we're going off of the instance.
Father's Day. Let me finish my point.
Go off of that instance. Off of that instance.
Baby girl, how you doing?
You see her want to be a part of it.
I know. That's why I said hi to her, because I know that'll get you to calm your nerves.
I can hear you.
Hold on, because you don't got your headphones.
I can hear her.
Who do you know I'm right?
Yeah, but see, when you get to a point where he can catch it, attack it, you gotta keep it moving.
I can hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
You through the headphones.
You gotta keep it moving. Don't get to your point to the end. Just say things that blend together till you get to your point, and then he gotta work way back.
When you do things like that, that's what
I had to say.
The
you were
extra
right.
things that don't make sense. Get
Brother,
to
go
what it is that's going to do it, because facts, data, and statistics mean things about
my only issue with the way, and like I said before, my issue with the way all of this has been is the narrative that started. Because like we've all said, they're making comparisons of two people who don't play the same position at all.
All right, let's get off of that. Go ahead to the what's the name? What we talking about? Because also, if
JL,
you go off of that,
JL,
also if you go off of that, then you also got to go off of what Don Staley said. We got to protect Angel Reese at all costs, but why not protect Caitlin Clark when she's a basketball player as well as Angel Reese is? And we're gonna keep the color out of it, because to me, with Don saying that, I think that's the most thing that she's ever said in her career. And to be paid as the highest coach, that's not a celebratory thing, because we all know Gino could get more money, but he decided not to. But when you say things like that, when you say things like when she said, protect the person that was not fouled like that.
Here's my
and
opinion.
it's a black and white thing, and we got to protect black players as well as white players.
Here's my opinion. Here's my opinion, and
let's go, T.
Here's my opinion as a woman, and two, as a black woman.
That's
okay,
right.
Because I've been in situations and been in spaces where.
All right, well, you can't put those in there unless they're equal. Unless they're equal, don't add them. Don't add them. Black women love to do that. They love to add their Black women love to add their situations that is not matching with the white women's.
You're asking why. I
am, but what I'm saying, the only thing I'm saying is what I want to make clear and completely clear. What black women like to do is make the simplest thing that doesn't matter or has any relevance to do with the white woman that got completely disrespected. No. That urge came from the 300 years. And yes, I'm a part of it. But what I'm talking about is this instant. What I'm talking about is this instant. We got to take everything out to make it make sense. All right,
this is why I'm saying what I'm saying. Okay,
right, let's go.
You asked about what Dawn said and why she said it.
Yes.
Why she said it.
Yes.
Because in what she's looking at
is what black
and
people
what she's looking at, and she's looking at it from her own experiences. Is what I'm trying to say. She's looking from her own experience. Caitlyn, as much
So
as
how can she have that
if
and not
you-
2 plays
if
before the
you
play
let
that
me-
actually
if you
happened?
If you stop and let me say what I want to say, then I can tell you.
But that's true. But you're saying this on the terms of you're forgetting, and I'm cutting that shit off. Because of the simple fact that a play before that, Caitlin Clark got fouled, and they didn't call that. And that's why she went down, and just like the regular NBA, she went down and committed that foul, which wasn't a flagrant. She went out and did that. But black women that don't even watch the sport, that just want a black girl magic this way out of everything and forget that this girl is better than her, and the girl that missed all the layups, that's why she's leading in rebounds, is in that position. Nah.
Okay, you
played
talking about
yourself.
the foul beforehand, or we talking about what Dawn said? Because you asked me what Dawn said.
This all got to do with what Dawn said.
Hey, JLE got something to say, y'all. I don't know if it's going to mild the tone some a little bit.
All right, well, what I got to do is I got to shut up. No. What I got to do is I got to shut up. T, go ahead. T, go ahead and do your thing. I'm sorry for interrupting you so much. I'm sorry. I'm real hyped for the 1 year anniversary. I'm sorry.
Let's go. 1 year, many more to come.
Okay.
And JLE got to get in.
Jay, get your point because I got to regather my thoughts.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. So now, first we're talking about the foul. Now, if she wanted, I understand that she wanted to foul her to keep her from making a shot. That is all well and good. That is a common basketball play. But when they showed the replay, because they had to show it from different angles.
All different angles.
When they showed the replay, you saw that when she hit her to foul her, she grabbed her arm and pushed her down.
All right, hold on, stop. T, when I showed you that replay 4 times. Oh, wait, no, stop. When I showed you that, and you even said it, she pulled a LeBron James. She didn't pull her down. She didn't do all of that. She fell on her own. She went for the ball. No. We're not doing this colored stuff. I told y'all gonna fight me all night, and you're gonna end up mad. You're gonna end up mad because she went for the ball. I'm going to relax because I'm not hyped like that. I'm not hyped. But the one thing that no. What we're not doing is making this, and she did not fall to the floor. That girl didn't even reach with the force to make her fall. That's crap.
And go watch
crap, JLE. That's
I'm
crap, JLE.
We watched it all different angles.
Wait a minute. All right. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull it up again. Now, look.
That's
when
why
I do this. Now, look. When I do this, look. Wait. Because what all of y'all doing, what all y'all saying, I'm putting $100 on this. And all what y'all is saying is she got pushed to the ground. Now,
I didn't say that.
No, wait. No. That's what I'm arguing. So when I show this and it shows she went for the ball, no. When I show it when she went for the ball, it was a clean play. I want $100 from JLE. I want it from T, and I want it from you, Huda.
Well, I'm gonna tell you some honest stuff.
I'm about to pull this up.
You might as well count the last year.
Are y'all ready for this, or do y'all want to really? Wait a minute. Do y'all really want to give me the $100, or do y'all really want to talk the truth? Wait, or do you want to talk the truth? Because that's what it really is. Hater debate ain't about color. It ain't about what our feelings is. It's about the truth. And she didn't get pushed to the floor. She didn't. With her heart or her arm.
Okay, who
and
gonna
her
judge?
being smaller.
Who gonna judge for the 100?
Her being smaller than Angel. Her being smaller than Angel Reese. There was no way.
$100.
We gotta get it.
What do y'all want to do? Y'all want $100 this up?
I already said she didn't get
Let's
pushed.
get somebody.
I'm asking one question. Y'all want $100 this up? Because I can take this. I can take this $300. I can take this.
Yes,
I can. It's on there.
I said she didn't get pushed.
That's like
So, all
buying
right,
weed from the
CT. Say
weed
now,
man
look,
and
Huda,
smoking a
you're
blunt with 'em.
standing
How the
alone,
hell do I
Huda.
win?
Huda, you're standing alone. You're
Right.
devil's advocating alone because of the simple fact of what we're talking about.
Who's going to
What
judge?
the way that Caitlin Reese,
And
I mean
what is
Caitlin
the
Clark
argument?
reached for it. She didn't reach even with two hands. She reached with one.
Could it be intentional foul? Let me ask you that.
Yes, that's
Okay,
exactly
cool. Then
what
we're
it was.
good. Ain't no need to bet shit.
No,
We all
no,
said
no, no, no. That's the truth. But what you're arguing,
Nothing
and what
now.
I'm saying,
I
what
agreed
I'm
with
saying
you.
is $100 on this whole racist thing on she
I
was
ain't got
pushed
nothing
to
to
the
do with no
ground
racist.
and all of this other stuff because we seen from all
I
of the
don't
different
do that.
angles that she did not get pushed to
I-
the ground.
it ain't nothing
She
about no
did
collar.
not get
They
pushed
were
to the
playing
ground.
basketball.
You playing a guard.
They're playing basketball.
You're
That
playing a
wasn't about no
guard.
collars.
All right, now you're talking over because you're trying to solidify this to try to hide the simple fact that you owe $100. She did not get pushed to the ground.
To who? Intentional foul, whether she got
Yes.
pushed to the ground
Yes.
or not, don't matter.
Yes.
over
Intentional
there
foul.
laughing.
She ain't get pushed.
Bruh,
She failed.
it's-
She
bruh,
did the
so-
LeBron James on that joint.
Hey,
Put
bro,
100
you
on
know
it.
what?
Put 100 on it.
Brother,
Okay,
listen.
Can I make a point before we
No.
start?
Bro, I only one point
I'm an
that I want to
American.
make.
I can say
Only
no.
one point I want to make is the fact that y'all are saying she got pushed to the ground. That's a lie. Let's put the money on that right
Okay, well,
now.
I can't. I can't.
$100.
I can't.
If you ain't got it, then stop
No, I
arguing
got it, but I
that
can't
Caitlin
argue
Clark
about it.
played her dirty. What she
I
did
didn't say
was
she played
stopped
her
her
dirty.
from scoring. I know you didn't say that. You didn't say it. You didn't say that.
So I would be betting for no reason just so I could give you $100.
Nah, but you was arguing over the simple fact that I was making the point that when you were also bringing back and reiterating the fact that
Nothing
she
of
did
color
do-
though.
She did not push her to the ground,
Okay,
and she did not get a flagrant foul at
Y'all
all
go
on
watch
that call.
episode 1 or 2 of I'm Here.
It's on
And
there,
when we
too.
watch the
Yep.
footage, I
Yep.
never said
Tell 'em
it
again.
was the flagrant.
No, but today I
Or
ain't
none
say
of
that.
that.
I ain't say it on them. I'm talking
I
about
just
today.
said she strummed her camel toe. That was my main argument.
She didn't even hit that.
And she
She
smiled
ain't even
while
hit
she
that.
did it.
She ain't even
going
hit that.
down
So
like,
look, you ain't even wrong on that. You ain't even wrong on that. You
Go
ain't
watch
wrong
the
on that.
episode.
She ain't even reach close enough. She didn't even reach close enough
I'm here is
because of the
different
way
than
that she
hate for the
acted.
people.
Because of the way that she did that flop. She
You see
LeBron
what's
James
above,
did from when she got hit on the forearm, so the
I
crotch
apologize.
area wasn't even included.
Well,
You're
wait,
wrong,
wait,
bro.
so wait
You're
a-
wrong.
wait a-
I'm just saying, the way we
Go
were
ahead,
showing the
JLE.
footage.
Go ahead,
was-
JLE. Go ahead, JLE. Go ahead, JLE. I'm tired of all of this racist stuff. What they're talking about is debunked, and they don't want to put that 100 on it because they know they're gonna lose that 100. Go ahead, JLE.
Okay. So now, first of all, when I watched the game and watched the play,
Yep.
at first I thought.
So
it
you
was
watched
foul.
that foul on the other end.
Yes.
That didn't get called. What
Yeah,
made
I
her do
watched
that?
Yeah, I did. I saw it,
Right.
and I said then that was a foul.
Mm-hmm.
I said it was a foul then.
Right, because it was clear. It was real clear.
But now on this play that we're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, I am not trying to bring this into a black and white thing. I am going to get from a purely basketball perspective.
Let's go, bro.
When Caitlin Clark fouled Angel Willis,
Mm-hmm.
she hit the ball. Yes, she did. I'm not gonna argue that.
Not she hit the ball, but she went after the ball.
Yeah, she went after the ball. I'm not gonna debate that. That's very true. But while she was going for the ball, or matter of fact, after she went for the ball, she grabbed Angel Willis' arm and pulled her to the ground.
Now look, I'll say this
That
from
is why-
no, wait. I gotta stop you there. T, what did we see on that? There was no pull. That's bull. That's bull, brother. She didn't pull her.
Yes,
She didn't pull her. She didn't pull her. T. Wait a minute. T. As many
Right.
times as we played that
I looked
replay.
at
T.
that.
Wait a
Why
minute. Wait
I
a minute.
said-
Wait a minute. T. As many times as we played that replay, and you saw, when did she pull her?
She didn't pull her. That's why I say
She
it
didn't
should
pull
not
it.
have
And
been
that's what T
flagrant.
said.
It
That's
should
why I
have been
said on
intentional.
all three, I'll make the bet. But this is the thing I'm saying, Jelly. She didn't
She
do
didn't
it.
pull her.
It was
She
how
didn't pull her.
Angel Reese flopped.
If
She
anything,
did that.
Angel, when the way Angel fell, she got her arm. She got
Yeah,
herself
and she
tangled
pulled,
up.
look, Angel Reese pulled her.
But what I was saying, it's not the narrative. Unfortunately, the way the narrative has been spun,
That's the
it
truth.
takes everything else out of the basketball arena.
And that's not
why
what my $100 is
can't-
on. My $100 is
and
on
it
what
can't
we're
be
all
focused
arguing
on
about.
basketball.
That's the truth. And my $100 ain't on that. My $100 is on she did not do that, and Angel Reese did do that. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, on everybody that don't want to agree just because you're watching the
I didn't see the
replay
other
and you're and you're taking colors. Because if it was the opposite side, yes, you saw it. I played it with you as well as I played it with T.
I didn't see the other side. No, I didn't
Yes,
see
you
her.
did. I
foul
played
her.
it with you. I played it with you. I
When?
played it with you. I played it with you.
Live? It
Yes.
should be on the
Yes,
episode.
I did. And it is
And
on
I'm
the
gonna
episode.
have to go
It's on
back
2
and-
episodes away because the last one was the one that me and T was talking about it because we hadn't been on
I'm
since
talking
then.
about we
That's
did
why
it
it's so
on-
easy. But to see, that's why it's
You're
so
doing
easy.
a lot of work. I
Yep.
salute that. But
I'm doing
you
a
gotta
lot of work,
remember
but the
when we
only
be
work
doing
that I'm doing
year,
on this situation
that's
and on
where
this
we
topic
talked about.
is that she did not pull her to the ground.
She
did
didn't.
not flagrant foul her. She got pulled, and Angel Reese faked that foul. She pulled a LeBron James. That's why at the end of the day, why you think she got up so fast? If she was flagrantly fouled, like how she said, it would have took a second for her to feel it.
Okay,
So she
why
didn't
was-
have
what
to
was
feel it.
$100 and who was saying that they were against the things you're saying?
No, my $100 wasn't on what I was just off of, not just what I was saying. It was off of she wasn't flagrantly fouled and that she didn't pull Angel Reese or push her to the ground. But that Angel Reese, it was clearly shown. It was clearly shown, even on the video I showed you, that Angel Reese pulled her after her foul, while flagrant didn't work. Her hand was hooked to hers that was still reaching for the ball. And if your hand's still there and you lift your hands up,
Hey, y'all
what does
go watch
look?
that episode.
Wait, what does that look like? It's up there like that.
Go watch that episode.
It's up
y'all.
there like that, bro.
I'm
And
here
it's
on the hater debate.
and it's
I'm a
on
person.
it's
Shouts
on
out.
it's on 6 different angles, and I showed 4.
We watched it in slow mo and all that. We
I
had this
showed
discussion.
I showed 4 different angles, yo.
I never said flagrant.
I
didn't say
cannot
she pulled it.
I cannot go with
Okay.
her saying, yeah, you heard what he said, and he
But I
was
didn't
on
say
your
that.
terms, JLE. He was like, yo, no, she fouled her. She
That's
did
it.
do that. And after the fouls,
It was a foul though.
like, yo, it
We
was
agree.
a foul, but
Could've
she
been
didn't
intentional.
pull her. It was. And no, it
Okay.
was intentional. It was intentional. And I'll
Okay,
give
so
that.
in
It
that
was.
case,
But
like,
it,
we
no,
all
but no,
agree
no,
with
no,
that.
no, no,
TT
no,
bought
no,
that.
no. You
But-
said in that case, no.
That's
you
when I
said-
agreed, and
No,
you was like,
no,
look at who the
no,
cringing. I was
no.
like-
We're going off of terms of what we're talking about, and you saying in that case, no. In that case, when she got intentionally fouled, that didn't mean that she pulled her. No,
I
we're
didn't say she
clearing-
pulled her.
But when you said in
I
that
said she
case,
drummed the
no.
joint,
But
remember?
when you said, I know it, and
Okay,
you
I
agreed
didn't
on
say
that.
she pulled
But
nothing.
when I said when she didn't do that, and it was shown all those angles, she didn't do it, but she did intentionally. And you said, well, in that case, that's what I'm saying. Before we get to that case, we have to let JLE understand, because he's still on the terms that she got pushed to the ground and she was fouled and she got pulled down.
But you was trying to take my honey.
This is what I was saying from all of it. From when I showed you the angles first and what I showed from T second, there was no pull. If it was any pull, it was Angel Reese trying to pull her after she saw it was a foul, and your wilding out move didn't work. So I'm gonna pull you down with me. And then what did she do after she got up? Wanted to fight the girl. Come on, man, get out of
And
here.
then got choke slammed next week.
Yeah,
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? Get out of here.
Okay, so
We're gonna talk
It's
about
all
that.
on you. Floor is yours, JLE. Floor is
so
yours.
you said you showed them the replay for different angles.
Uh-huh.
So did the referee. They watched it from every angle, how it happened. Now, after they reviewed it, Should they have called a flagrant foul or an intentional foul? That's debatable. But they did call a flagrant foul on Caitlin Clark. Even the announcer said, because even the announcer said after they watched the replay.
I even saw Caitlin Clark teammates say she'll pay for that foul.
No,
I saw that. We're beyond that.
Okay. But even the announcer said that at first they thought it was a common foul until they showed the replay over and over again from different angles. Then both announcers said, yes, that was a flagrant foul.
But the announcers aren't referees, and they're just opinionated just like how we are. So you can't get a true opinion from an announcer.
But they were watching the game just like we are.
Just like we are. And they got their rewinded like how we did from all of the different angles. But like I said, that also goes with opinion on the player. But if your opinion is on the person that you thought got flagrant foul, when flagrant foul is above the neck, when the foul happened here in the waist, that's impossible. Listen to me on that.
All right.
When you get a foul from reaching here, a flagrant is impossible on that. Go ahead.
Okay. So you say that.
I didn't just say that. They said it was, and that's what the league approved. But what is the rule on a flagrant foul? Above the shoulders, below the waist.
Okay.
That was in the neutral zone.
Okay, but also, you can call for a flagrant foul if you intended to do harm to the player you fouled.
And she only did harm for grabbing the ball. She didn't even try to stop the ball. She didn't even try to touch.
I'm not even saying that. But actually, Caitlin Clark intentionally fouled her. We all agree on that. But the fact that she grabbed her arm and pulled her to the
She didn't grab her. She didn't grab her at all.
That's why Angel got upset.
But see, that's the thing. She did not grab her. T, in the videos, where did she grab her? Explain it to him.
I can't see where she grabbed her.
She didn't. She reached for the ball and missed and caught her arm.
Her arm reached in, but I never saw a grab.
She did not grab her. And even after that, this is what I'm saying on this right here, JLE. After that, when Angel Reese saw that she was reaching in, that's when she did the whole turn her body and grabbed her arm. She grabbed. It wasn't no other way.
Okay, I'm watching the playback.
All right. Matter of fact, I'm going to help you out, and I'm going to put it on live. We're not doing this where you just watching this.
Okay.
Because you're only going to see it from your side instead of the whole thing of what happened.
Pull it up.
We're pulling this up right now.
Yeah,
She did not. And I love Angel Reese, the Bayou Barbie. Her fine ass. I love her.
Now is the video going to show the different replay angles?
Because we playing all of the angles.
Okay.
I told you we played this already before.
Okay. All right,
this ain't the first time on this show. This ain't the first time, bro.
Okay, well for my clarification.
This ain't the first time.
For my clarification, can you play?
Yes, sir. I promise you. I got you right now. Hold on. Let me see. Where we at? It's not on this right here. Let me get off of here. And let me pull this up on the screen. Bro, I promise you one thing right now. Share the screen. Let me share the screen to, okay. Yeah. All right, which one is it? Yep, Angel Reese on Caitlin Clark. There it is right there. All right.
Just what you saw in that.
Basketball player, refs got.
Oh, no. I want you to play a story.
Wait. It ain't even finished with anything. That was just the start of the video that they put up there, bro.
No.
And even from that, look at her. Look at her.
Okay.
You're wrong, bro.
Okay, Pete.
You can even see it from this weak angle. Look.
Okay.
She didn't grab or nothing.
All right.
Show me the grab.
All right, can I ask
wait a minute. I got you. Wait, look. We're watching this. Show me the grab. Because you said this. Show me the grab. Wait, there it is. Where is the grab?
Okay.
You lied.
Okay,
You lied. You're wrong, bro.
Can you do me a favor though?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I want you to go to. I don't want you to. I don't want you to pull up a short. I want you to actual video. So I want you to go back home and type in Angel Protect Clark, and they're gonna show the video of the foul.
You said type in what?
And well, no. No. Go back home. Go back to the home. Go back home because these are all shorts.
No, I got you on this because I can play the whole one off of this.
Okay.
It don't matter. The angles is not gonna change.
So,
Look,
to the inside, outside
even with the
game.
words, bro. And they ain't even look. This is the one thing they ain't doing. They're showing that before that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They're only showing the instance that got everything to where it is.
Bro, this ain't even the game. This ain't
Yes,
even
it
the
is.
game.
Yes, it is.
No,
Yes, it is. What you
Because
talking about?
I were wearing white in that game.
Oh, look, yeah, that ain't it. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
Okay, now type in Caitlin Clark fouls Angel Reese.
Bro, I got that already in there.
No, you just have Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. I want
Only
you
thing,
to
no, bro. The reverse way that you're saying it, that don't change anything because all of the angles are the exact same.
Bro, all I did was ask you to put Caitlin Clark fouls Angel Reese.
Before y'all get any further, I hate to cut my time short. I go finish my education. Back.
Okay.
So
We love you, T, and we
Yes,
thank you for being out here with us, T.
I love y'all. I get my blood pressure up, but I love you anyway.
You already know it. Look, there it is. Look, hold up. Look at her hand.
Look where it's at. Look where it's at.
Look at where her arm is.
She's chomping that. No, let me stop. I'm sorry.
Look at where her arm
Grabbing
is.
her right by it.
Look at where her arm is in relation to where Angel's arm is.
I do, but look at where her hand is. Wait. I see her arm, but look at where her hand is. You said grab. Wait. You going on before you understand. This is momentum after she reached for the ball. Her hand got hit back to that. Stop the bull crap you talking about. You don't have nothing you're standing on. You're wrong. Look, here it is from here, right here. Look at that. Look at her hand. Look.
Okay.
You see that? Wait, no, because we're all looking at it. Look, now look.
I see.
Look, where's the grab?
Now go back.
Ain't no damn grab.
Go back.
You grab that guy doggone middle area.
Ain't no grab. Ain't no grab. Look at her wrist. There's no way she could have grabbed her at all. When you go and fall on the ground and do the LeBron, when you do the LeBron James, you get LeBron James results. Nobody fouled you. The thing that she was lucky about that they called foul, but ain't nobody fouled you where it was a flagrant. Look at this. Look at her on how she comes across the body. Look right now. Look at where the ball is.
All right.
She intentionally
right there. Now look at her eyes and her face. Still on the ball. Now look.
I see that she's going to the ball.
Look where it's at.
Now, look. Okay, so her hand is on the ball. But now watch what happens after her hand was on the ball.
Now wait. Look, where's it at? Where's she grabbing her?
This happened right there. You see how her arm? You see how her hand? The same hand she used to go for the ball.
Boy, you trying to make it work like I don't know what. She does this momentum. I'm gonna play it in full motion so you can see what you're talking about. That's wrong. She did not do that girl like that, bro. I'm glad that you're watching this. Look.
I'm telling
you, bro. Her hand still went all the way through. It didn't stop. Look, it didn't stop to hold. It went all the way through. Stop playing. That girl played herself. That's why she in Reebok instead of Nike. Let's not do this. Look at that. Look at that. That's why she was Reebok and not Nike, homie. Look again. Look again. Now look.
It ain't flagrant.
Look.
It's definitely not.
There's no grab. There's no grab at all.
Okay.
We all agree.
Her wrist was bent. She couldn't even have grabbed if she wanted to. Her wrist was bent.
Okay, so we'll agree that she didn't grab her, but she did.
But that's all I was saying from the jump, and that's where she got the flagrant from the grab. But the whole thing was set off from Angel Reese falling on the ground like how she do with her rebounds that she get while she's leading the league and doing her thing as a rookie or a second-year player. Bro, I believe in her beauty. I believe in her work, but ain't nothing happen on you on that play. You was just bullshitting everybody.
Caitlin Clark literally pushed her in the video. Like you can see how
she did. She fouled her. That's it. She didn't. But look, she clearly did foul her. But what you just said. But look, Huda. But like how I changed your words. You see how he said she fouled her instead of she grabbed her? She didn't grab her. Her wrist was bent back. She couldn't grab her.
But she did.
She couldn't.
It was back because she was
had to. It was a foul.
It
was an intentional foul. And that's what I'm saying. She did intentionally foul her. I didn't take that away from her. I said she intentionally fouled her.
Which at first is what she was doing.
You said what?
That is what it is.
But afterwards.
You said what now?
So what do you stand on, JLE? What are y'all debating about? Because I see y'all
we're
saying
debating is now that he sees that she wasn't fouled in a flagrant way. Look, the way he sees she wasn't fouled in a flagrant way and she was not grabbed.
Right.
The call was wrong. And Caitlin Clark was right. What the league did was wrong. That's why her black teammate said, I'll pay this fine because you did not flagrantly foul that girl.
But why did her American teammate, man?
Okay. So, but first of all, this situation doesn't have anything to do with black or white.
We all American.
No, JLE, look, JLE, and you know I'm emotional, but we're not against each other. You know I love you to death. You know I love you to death. But yeah, I'm with you.
It's hater debate, man. Y'all toughen up out there if you thought anything was weird.
But this issue doesn't have to do with black or white. Now, other people,
it does with everybody that was talking about it.
Well, see, that's just their opinion.
Right.
I'm focused solely on the basketball play itself.
So in the basketball play itself, what you seeing just now, she couldn't have grabbed her because when she reached across and her body hit and you saw her wrist bend back, she couldn't grab and she didn't grab. Like I said, she didn't and you saw.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
Okay, she didn't grab her.
But I'm saying, but look, that's a part of the flagrant foul that we're talking about.
Objection.
The grab that is non-existent.
He's trying to lead
She
you,
didn't grab her.
Charlie.
She didn't
He asked
grab.
you the question, but he leads you to it like, yo, if you say
Because
different,
it was rhetorical because we all watched it. We all watched it. It was rhetorical. Yes, I said that and I did that. Because look, you saw this and it turned to this when her wrist bounced off of her body. And it didn't grab. Your whole thing, what you led with, was she grabbed her and pushed her down. You didn't see anything with her hand that was on her body, grab or push. So that is a lie. Let's start from there. We can go. Wait. I don't give a care about what Mom Duke said. What we're talking about is the situation that's at hand. She didn't flagrantly foul her. She didn't grab her. She didn't push her to the ground. Can we agree to that off of the replay that we just watched? On all those angles.
I cannot agree to that because she pushed her.
Where?
I gotta say it again.
After she grabbed for the ball.
I think that was more.
After she grabbed for the ball is when Angel Reese fell to the ground. So you're lying, bro.
Okay.
That's not the truth, man.
Okay. Angel might have been falling to the ground.
She was, and that's where she didn't push her.
But they can't have to push her while she was going down.
How did she push her when her wrist is bent like this in real time?
Man. It don't have to be arm pushing. You can push somebody to the ground with body.
Because you're going back to it, Huda. We're gonna go back to this one more again because you guys are
what?
You guys are on some outside of reality type things, man.
Put it back on, bro.
We played this thing so many times.
I said it could be intentional.
Reach, but you did not see her.
But I ain't gonna say flagrant.
Grab or anything, grab or push.
I don't know.
That's my whole thing. She did not do that. And what you saying that is you taking the black side of Angel
I'm not.
Reese.
I'm
No, I'm not saying you.
Huda.
I'm saying him because that's his only argument, and that's false because she didn't grab or push her, man.
I'm taking the black side. I'm taking the basketball side.
The basketball side is that's not a flagrant foul. That's a regular foul.
Bro,
That's why her black teammate said, I'll pay for it. Because she didn't foul her like that, bro.
Bro, she okay.
Could her hips had
Nope,
like,
they didn't. They didn't. Her wrist was what made the contact. That's where the fall was called.
So it wasn't like no body to body?
No, they didn't make that. It was before then because she has long arms. She's not a fat girl with short arms. She is a skinny girl with long arms.
Hey, man, I'm a fat man with short arms. What you trying to say?
Exactly.
What you trying to say out here?
In order for you to reach and take it from me, your body's going to be in contact. But if you're a me on me, your wrist is going to touch, and that's going to go across there. And your mid body, there's no way that's a flagrant here. A flagrant is here. A flagrant is here.
And she wears Spanx.
I will. I'm going to do it.
One more time. She might be hiding it.
Roll it one more time.
Yes, I'm going to do it, man. I'm going to do it, man. I love y'all. I'm going to do it.
I love you too, brother.
Yeah.
This is the anniversary. We got to do it right.
Yes, man.
You know what I'm saying? We got to do it right.
We got to get the proper screenage.
Yes, sir.
So I can see that this girl clean fouled her.
I agree.
I got to see it. I got to see
She fell
it.
to the damn ground like something happened like that.
I'm looking for hip to hip now. I ain't even looking for hands.
And look, and want to get up and fight.
I'm looking body
And
motion.
want to get up and fight. Look, hold on. There it is. Can you see it?
Nah.
Hold on. Yeah, let me get the screen back right on our side. Cause ain't no damn going.
Now I'm looking for the body. I ain't even caring about the arm.
Exactly. And I want you to. I
want to see what kind of force was used.
And I want you to.
Was a muffin top popping? What happened?
Tell me if you can see it. Just tell me if you can see this while I'm trying to go ahead and get this thing.
Nah, not at the moment. I just see me, you, and I'm your logo right now.
Right, cool.
What up, logo?
let me get on here. So
Listen, PD was light skinned.
So I can share this screen, bro. People gonna understand, man. I'm not gonna argue and put my life on this. If it ain't real, what it is, man. I will not do it. I will not do it. I will not do it, man. I will not do it, man.
Me either, bro.
I won't do it. I won't do it, bro.
No,
I won't do it, bro. Look.
Okay,
it's on there now.
Here you go.
Look.
All right. Now,
hold up.
Look, her hip is in her area.
All right, now understand this.
That is body force.
Look. Wait. But this is also after the arm contact. But I'm not even
worried
going to
about
say
the
that.
arms
Look,
thing.
exactly. I'm not going to say that. But look at how much of a flagrant foul that is.
Even
if we talk, wait. Even if we
my
talking about body contact, look at how much of a flagrant foul that is.
Wait a minute. Now,
It's not.
It's not the body contact that we're looking for.
I'm looking for the body.
No. JLE.
If your arm is down, you can't push somebody.
Wait a minute. Wait. But if your arms is down defensively, then no, you can't either.
Yeah, you can't be
pushing.
pushing.
At the same time, look, her hand is all the way wiping through because this is after the contact and after the reach. Okay. This is what I'm trying to tell you. And this is what I'm trying to tell JLE3. Look at her. Oh, wait, no.
I was watching football. That's a good time.
No. If Shaq was fouled like this, how many after points would he make? That's why it was above the shoulders. Stop this crap that y'all talking about. Y'all are lying. No. It's not a flagrant because look at where her hands are positioned. Either way, it's in the waist. It's in the waist. It's not above the neck. It's not below the waist.
Let's play a little bit. Let's see how it
That's
goes.
a lie. And look, no pull.
Damn,
still all the way through.
Oh no, the hip came out too. Like
still.
She pulled
no
her
pull.
fan out on the hip.
Wow. Yeah, no pull.
Where your fan
y'all lying.
Right.
Y'all lying. No pull.
No,
Look, no pull. No pull. Again, no pull. No pull.
One more time.
We'll
No
all
pool.
Slow it up.
Where's the
Slow it
pool?
up, bro.
Look,
Slow it up.
no pool. Wait. Look, where's the pool? Where's the pool?
Okay, let's.
You gotta use your hand. You gotta use your hand to pull.
Okay, let's all agree.
It wasn't a pull. It was a hill. She pulled the fan out on her like.
But look at what Caitlin.
Hold on.
Right.
Hold on. Yes. All right. Where was the pull?
Okay, we'll all agree.
I'm just wait.
She didn't pull.
Wait. I'm asking one thing. Where's the pull?
There wasn't.
Conversation over. I didn't argue. Wait. I didn't argue nothing else. That's where you're wrong at, JLE. Because I didn't say she didn't foul her. I didn't say that Angel Reese did not act like LeBron James and fall to the floor all while. I said that woman didn't flagrantly foul her. She didn't push or pull her. You saw it, hate or debate. We're here by stats, facts, and statistics. No, she didn't. You even watched it. And I'm not going into this.
Right, she gave her the
My mom just said it's 12 o'clock, and you just watched
and your
this
mom
shit.
also said in the chat that she pushed her. Well,
No,
go
she
ahead.
didn't. No, she didn't.
Salute.
No, she didn't.
Salute to Mondu.
Thank you.
She said she
Hey,
didn't
well,
push.
look, check
She
this out.
pushed.
Hey, well, look, check this out. My
She didn't
mom was
push,
even
she
wrong.
pushed.
Look, shut up and stop trying to talk over what the frick I'm trying to say when you're wrong. She didn't push or pull her. She was right, and all y'all are wrong. That's why y'all didn't want to bet the $100, because I'll be paid right now.
It's
Look
not
at
flagrant.
you. Wait, stop. $100 on push and pull, you're wrong. $100 JLE, you're wrong. $100 my mom, wrong. $100 sis is wrong. That's all I was arguing about. What else y'all got to say? I'm going to say it like this, and I'm going to say it loud and proud, because y'all are wrong. And it was been proven. It's been debunked. But until you show me on an angle that was AI generated because you just watched.
Here to bring you the facts, data, and statistics up close and personal. Letting you decide if it truly is hate or debate.
Pulls up 3-pointer.